Alrighty. We should be set. I think. Maybe. Howdy, howdy, talks. Howdy, howdy, just got a child. Hi, hi. Welcome in. I hope that you're doing well. Sorry, I have hiccups apparently. But welcome in. Hello, hello. We are going to it's going to be a very, very lazy stream today. It's going to be a very, very lazy, very, very boring stream. Apologies for that one. Today's plans are to literally just sit there and work on my live 2D. Because my mouse mat is still fucked, and I feel like I need accountability with my live 2D. I feel like I'm sitting there and I'm fussing over the tiniest of shit. I feel like I'm panic and stressing over stuff where it's like that, it doesn't matter. But my brain's like, die. Death. This is cause for death at this point. So we're just gonna be lazy and we're just gonna try and finally get this done so that I can finally try and get working on the other girlies. I wanna work on the other girlies. I wanna have matching goobies. I wanna make matching goobies. I think that would be very cute. So that's what the plans for today is just working on Live 2D. And hopefully just finishing it. Hopefully. We pray. I'm sad to hear that you're still unwell. Make sure you keep resting though. Make sure you get plenty of sleep. Sleep is good. Sleep is lovely. I forgot that I have to wake up early multiple times this week now. I say early, but I just mean early as in I'd been waking up at like 5 PM and now I have to wake up before 2 PM. And it's like, damn it, no, I don't want to wake up before 2 PM. I want to wake up at 5 PM. What the fuck, man? What do you mean I have to be awake at a reasonable time when, like, the world is still awake? What do you mean I have to be, like, I can't wake up as people are going to bed? This is bullshit. But we should get into the live at 2Ds, because hopefully this is all just gonna work for me nicely, so that I can... Hang on. There we go. That way it gives that working on it vibe. But yeah, I got... If I can get my... I still don't have a mouse mat, so it's been very annoying. I might have to buy new feet. I feel like I'm damaging the fucking feet by using my mouse without a mouse mat. I don't know if I actually am, it just feels like I am. But I'm gonna make sure that I save it now that I think about it. But I've been trying to get the angles done. And I've been trying to work on, like, these angles. Because, I don't know, my brain is like, so far, all I got is if I can go back and turn them all back on. Because I was hiding them. I've just been working, I shit you not, I have spent, like, 2 hours just seeing whether this angle and this angle look okay and trying to fix it. I still need to fix it, as we can see, like it's still... Obviously, only piece of hair I've... And that 2 hours, what this? This singular piece of hair. I'm going insane. I'm going insane with head angles. I can't... Like, I'm so bad at deciding when it's like, okay, you gotta let it go. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta just stop now and move on, or you're going to spend 5 weeks on a single strand of hair that, in the grand scheme, no one's gonna notice. You know, it's like, it's meant to be a goopy- This was meant to take me a single day to rig. This was meant to take a single fucking day. And, what the fuck, man? I'm losing my fucking shit. I don't even have the excuse of like, oh, I'm on No, I am medicated! I'm actually just losing my shit! It's not fair! But I was working on- hang on, I forgot to unhide a layer. I did too many layers. I should have done less layers as well. It was meant to be a super gooby! And now it's becoming more complicated than I wanted. But I'm essentially just trying to get these angles to look okay. And I'm still not happy with it. I'm still unhappy with all of it. I don't know how to get happy with it. I still don't like it. No matter how much I like fiddle with it, I still don't like it. This is why I was explaining yesterday. Because again, I was talking to Jesse again about like, man, I wish I just had infinite money glitch so I could just commission all of the art. I like drawing, but I like drawing things I have multiple times. That's why we're in this problem. I have started over multiple times. It's fucked. It's fucked. I'm fucked, dude. I'm so fucking cooked. This is what my psychologist... You know, I used to sit there and I'm like, no, my psychologist is wrong. I don't have perfectionism. I cannot possibly have perfectionism. My desk is a mess. If I had perfectionism, everything would be perfect in my fucking life, right? If I had that's basically how it's feeling. I'm about to throw this fucking thing in the bin and give up on life. But it's like, I've been looking and it's that thing of, it's like, it's the worst, right? Because it's not even like a case of, what's wrong with it, right? I'm not even looking at it and being like, okay, what's actually wrong? Because number one, I have to acknowledge limitations in the sense of, if I want things to look nicer, I have to go back and redo the art. Which is not what I wanted to do for this. This was meant to be 2 days worth of work. Right? That's what I mean. Scuff is part of it. And then I look at it and it's like that thing of, it's like, I cannot tell you what's actually wrong with it. I cannot tell you what the actual problem is. Right? I can't tell you where the problem lies in these angles. Like, I can't tell you where. I just know I don't like them. But every time I adjust them, I still don't like them. I cannot get it to a point where I like them. And I'm starting to wonder if I just have problems and I just will never like it. Because I feel like I look the same way at my own model, right? I think I have the equivalent of body dysmorphia, but with art, right? Tux, I swear to fuck, don't you dare. I have spent several days. I spent 4 hours. The arm is far behind the hot dog. That's because I'm lazy. Is it meant to be further out? Is that what we want? We want the arm further out? Cause the thing is, it's just a matter of like moving this. And just being like, is this right? Cause then that's still not right. And then that's still not right. And so it's just like, you'd think, but then I need to do it on the other side. And then my little fucking butt brain. I don't know which way is right. Because the arm is further out. Right? The arm is... I hear fucking perspectives, dude! I'm going to... Who the... And then this is what I mean though as well. Though I look at other people's art and I can never see mine in any level other than garbage and amateur. Like, I want to commission one so badly because not enough onion. I don't want to go back to the drawing board on this. I want to start drawing the other girlies. Thank you. Howdy, and welcome in everybody else as well. Sorry, I'm losing my shit. Like I said, it's been a very, very long... Look, it's one of those things where it's like, this was meant to take me 2 days. And I think I'm overthinking it. For example, does it matter if keep this in mind. Does where the arms sit? Because this is the other thing. When you look at it, with live 2D art, rarely do you, apart from the default... I'm going to fucking lose it. It's been like 10 minutes. Brother. But as well, welcome in, Zio, welcome in, Rajik, welcome in, Bahama, welcome in, Ducky, and welcome in, Bahama. Welcome in to the shit show where I lose my mind. But it's like, So, like, even if we leave the arm where it is, right? I think this was, no, there. It's like that thing of, right? Really do you ever really, it's because my laptop, I've been thinking about removing Tangier for the purpose of my laptop not having a fit. I feel like it's like for the sanity of my fucking laptop trying not to crash when I get an alert sometimes. But it's like, rarely do you ever actually see, like, my model, unless I'm like really focused, I'm like, my model's constantly like twitching like this, so it's like, really, does it ever really matter, right? So, and then it's the thing of, does the perspective of the arms matter when they move like this? And then it's hard to tell as well, because when I try to test physics, this moves like this in here, when I just drag this around, but I don't actually move that fast usually, because my fucking iPhone stops tracking me. So it doesn't matter. So that's why I usually connect, Live 2D to the, via Chip Studio. So it uses actual face tracking when I test physics. It works better that way. But it's like that thing of, does the angles matter when it's like, hot dog looks like this. The hot dog looks like this. It moves, its legs move, it moves like fucking jelly, dude. And that's, ignore the hair. I started working on physics because, like I said, I had this almost finished. And then I restarted. And then I spent 4 hours. I just spent 2 hours on a single strand of hair for a model that was going to take me 1 day to rig because it was going to be scuff and I wasn't going to care about it. But it's like, it's like that thing of, it's like, it's not meant to be perfect because unless, and like I said, there's 2 options. Sit here for days and days and days and days and days and days and weeks and study and go away and come and learn. Like, I'm trying my best to acknowledge when I have a gap in my knowledge and when it's like, okay, well, if I want to fix that, I have to go and study, right? For an undetermined amount of time. If I want to get better, specifically at head angles, I have to go away. I have to put this down. I have to go away. I have to study head angles and then come back. Do I want to leave this on the back burner for multiple days, potentially, to multiple weeks because I'm fucking dog shit? Well, I, like, finish Live 2D courses in the Kindle, I just pay people. I bought a bunch of... Dude, it scares me still because I buy and I download a bunch of, learning assets. So, like, here you can see that I opened one recently for the ear physics. Because I forgot how I did them, because I tried to go back to my old model, which is this one that I'm using right now. Which, don't worry about it being headless, I was trying to work on it, so, like, it's a little bit busted because I was working on it. But, it's like... I don't... Look at all this! What the fuck is that?! Look at them all! What the fuck was I doing?! No wonder I was sitting there, right? And after, because I made this model, and I was like, I haven't updated my model in, like, a while, right? And I was sitting there, and I was thinking to myself, like, why haven't I? Why haven't I updated my model in a while? And then I tried to open the art file, and it lagged my whole PC and crashed, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I fucked up, and I have too many layers in it, and so now I can't work on it, so now I have to start from scratch because I have, like, draft, because I start over. I make a base... And then I'm like, nah, I actually don't like that. So, but what if I try to make a new one and it's not as good as the old one? So I'll just save the old one and start again. But, and then I'll make that one and I'll be like, oh, I kind of don't like this one is better than the old one, but I reckon I can make it even better. So then I start again. And now I have like 3 bases, each one separated into several different fucking layers. So that might be potentially, I'm not fucking shitting you, 200 fucking layers of old art that I'm not even fucking using. Because I keep doing that shit and I don't know why. I can't stop it. It's a really bad fucking habit. Anyway, that's why I haven't updated this model. I can't find an art file that doesn't crash and is far enough away. So, I find an art file that doesn't crash and is far enough away. So, that's why I haven't updated this model. I can't find an art file that doesn't crash and is far enough away. So, I find an art file that doesn't crash and is far enough away. So, that's why I haven't updated this model. I can't find an art file that doesn't crash and is far enough away. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm trying to, and then I was like, oh, well, maybe I should get an update, because, for example, I haven't gotten the physics. I don't have proper Y angle, like, Y and XY body physics, right? I never got round to that, because I was still learning body angles, and I'm still learning body angles. I feel like, in the grand scheme, I feel like I've gotten better at angles in the sense of, like, ignore the hair, but, like, these, right? These corners, they kill me! They kill me, man! They kill me! But it's like I said, I have to go away, and I have to... Which technically I did. I stopped doing live duty for almost a year, but I've still been drawing, and I've still been using not only 3D models, but recently I've been trying to draw using non-3D models as well. Like, starting from, like, scratch, and using my intuition. So it's like, I've been trying to learn, but Jesus fuck, man. It's been difficult, but I feel like, even, like, in the chibi model, I feel like the corner angles are slightly better. Slightly. I wouldn't say perfect, but slightly. But it's still that case of, I want to pay for somebody because they would make something infinitely better than what I can. Because I don't think I'm ever going to make something where I'm happy with it. I look at others and they have such cute VTuber models and they have such pretty VTuber models. And I'm proud of what I've made and that I made it myself and I opened it and I don't remember doing half of this fucking shit. Like, why is there so many there's like a million fucking things? There's like, why there's so, I think this is where I started. Yeah, I started to try and work on like leaning forward angles because this doesn't have the ability to lean forward because I fucking suck. Well, no wonder the PC dies. Yeah. Because this isn't even the art file. This is just and even in this, there's layers that I can't show because that would get me banned on Twitch. But like technically, for example, there'd be like 4 legs. Because there's 2 legs that are naked, 2 legs with the art, and I've kept both of them because then if I want to make a base, I can use it as a base, but I've never got round to it because I'm like procrastination out the ass. Oh, it's so bad. And I want to learn more, but at the same time, I find it difficult to motivate myself because I could spend all that time learning more and still be unhappy with what I do. It's not very fair. That's not very fair. I just want to pay someone. I just want infinite money glitch so I can just pay somebody. And then there's all of these fucking toggles that I don't even use. Like, that one doesn't do anything, never mind. That one was, oh yeah, this one that I feel like this is necessary. I would use this every fucking day, except that I forgot to rig it to the angles. I think this is the fixed version. I never exported this version. Because I was lazy. I should probably, because like I said, this one has like actual Y angles, but I needed to work on like the X, Ys. Going from yesterday. The stickiness is gone. Mouse mat's still drying. So that's why we're not playing a game today and we're going to work on art. But also because I need people to keep me sane. Because I know, as much as you guys like to bully, I know that I feel like just having someone be like, you're overreacting will help me in the sense of I know I am, but it's hard to convince myself that I am. But yeah, I probably should actually go through and export this one at some point. Because even if because it's like these spots don't look right because I didn't get round to them properly. But it's like even without it, it's probably fine. But I should probably export this version because it has the tired eyes, whereas this one doesn't. This one's broken. This one's fucking broken. But then at the same time, I want to make a new one because now I don't like it anymore. I don't like it again. I don't know. I feel like I'm not very good at stuff, basically, is the end gist of it. I feel like there's a word for what I'm describing where I feel like I'll never fit in with everyone else and I'll never be good enough, but I can't think of what it might be. Mousepad just broke whoever used it a short period of time for video games, but just voting it by using the table. The table is unpleasant. I do not like the way the table feels. My mouse is going flat, actually. I do not like the way the table feels, but it literally will not work on anything else. I don't know what they've done to mice, but now they don't work on paper anymore. This is bullshit. You used to be able to just work on paper. Can't do that anymore. But all I wanted to do was get this angle and this angle to look okay. That's it. I just want this angle and this angle to look okay. And that's basically where we're at. Because I don't like this. I don't like the hair on this angle. But that's fine. Because if I touch it again, I'm just that. We're never seeing the hot dog model ever again. I will give up entirely if I touch it again. I am not allowed to do that. That is forbidden for me. I cannot be trusted. I cannot. Tables about books are too thick. See, because I don't, like, the thing is, like, it's not even, like, it just won't. Like, it literally just, like, I put it on paper, and it doesn't. It doesn't work at all. That's BS. I don't understand why. It's so BS. Do I make backups? Yeah. Backups and backups and backups and backups. But then that's what my problem is. I have too many. I haven't even started trying to fix this. This one, I can't get to look right no matter what. I haven't even touched this, even on the X angles. It looks broken now because it is. I gave up working on it midway, so it doesn't move properly. I could just go find a way to make it with... no, I won't. I have plants. They're semi-alive. I have plants and they're semi-alive. I mean, I'm alive. I can keep one thing alive. So there's that. I hate it so much. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't do it. I have spent probably almost more hours just on this than I did on my own, like, my full model. Just because, like, every time I look at it, I just keep fiddling. And the moment that I do, it's over. It's like, I give up. I don't know, man. It's just... I'm going insane, essentially. Wait, I forgot to keep my... I had, like, a guide window open on the side so that I could have, like, a thing so I can see how it's moving. There it is. Where is it? That's the wrong one. That's why I can't see it. There it is. Because it's not sitting right at the top. The top needs to be adjusted. A lot of it needs to be adjusted, actually. Because this is... I think it's just too fat. I think I made it too fat by accident. But also, I'm just realizing that it's probably because I can see this one. I can see those, and I'm not meant to be able to see these. I just want this... I just want it done, because I want to start working on others. But I'm losing my shit, man. I'm losing my shit. And then this is why I try to explain to Jesse, and he's like, oh, well, why don't you do commissions? It's like, because when I do my own, right? If I send it to myself, and I myself can fiddle with it, I'm gonna fiddle with it, right? Because I can't stop. I can't stop myself, like I said. My psychologist calls it perfectionism. But if I send it, like, that's the thing, like, that I know I would struggle with if I ever tried to do commissions. I still don't want to, but I'm trying to work on it first, is what I meant. But it's like, if I send someone a progress picture, and I'm like, is this okay? And they come back and say yes, I have to believe them. When they say, that's good, I have to take that at face value. I cannot try and be like, they hate it. They want me to fix it, but they are being too, like, I can't do that. You know? And so, basically, I'm fucked, dude. I'm so cooked. I should not be allowed art. I should not be allowed to do art. I can't be trusted to work on art because I overthink it. But we're trying to work on, like I said, we're just trying to make it look so it's about even. It looks like it's turning and it looks like it's leaning. But every time I touch it, it just looks worse and worse. I cannot, you know? It just needs to be close enough because I have to remind myself, again, that this is a, what is that called? 2D piece of art. That, like I said, if I want to be able to extrapolate more depth, I need to either fix the art or see then cope. And it's a gooby little fella. It's meant to be a gooby little fella. It's not meant to be serious. It's meant to be a gooby little fella. Why can't I just be happy with a gooby little fella? Go cry, dude. But as my sister put it so kindly the one time where it was kind of one of those things where I was like, okay, you're right, but like, that sounds mean, you know? When I was like, I struggle and I'm like, man, it just makes me want to cry. And she's like, do it. Is crying stopping you? And it's like, what do you mean? Especially with academic stuff. Like, I'll be like, oh man, I'm so frustrated over this assignment. It's making me cry. And she's like, and is that stopping you from working on it? People cry during exams. They still finish the exam. You can cry and get shit done. And it's like, you know what? On one hand, that feels mean to say, but on the other hand, you are technically correct. Like, yeah, I did that, like, the days are not so, like, blurring that I can't fucking try and keep drawing. It's not, like, you are correct, but at the same time, like, damn, that's kind of harsh, don't you think? That's a little rough, don't you think? Like, really? Oh, that scared me for some reason. I made my chest shake.
Indicate that you are indeed a weenie.
Only a little bit. Not today. Today we're having a mental breakdown. But not karaoke breakdown, just art breakdown. Just the normal art levels of breakdown. Where I keep having panics. Because it's all wrong. I know it's wrong. But I don't know why it's wrong. It's that vibe. Like, I know, but I've been doing this for several hours. And no matter what I do, it's not right. No matter what. And it's pissing me off. It's starting to get to me. I have just been fiddling with these little green dots for hours. I'm not okay. Just fiddling and fiddling and fiddling. At some point, I probably will just chuck on copyright music just so that I can have, like, comfort sounds. But that's fine. Because, see, I move it over because then I think that looks better, but then it's actually, like, it's not. It's not, because now it doesn't follow the line properly. Because the thing is, my brain says it's meant to go straight, but it's not. It's hair. It would swoop. Kind of. It would go like, because it's not a solid object. I hate it. I hate you. I hate your guts, you stupid bitch. Stupid model. Don't like you. Stinky model. Stinky model. We must persist through the horrors though, because I just want this shit done. I just want it, because again, it's meant to be gooby. Because I think it needs to, like, almost Like, I think it's also I'm looking too much at not the actual lining itself, in that, yeah, because like that, and then my brain says it needs to be more over now. Okay, so more this way, more this way. The forehead is more this way, more this way. Because I think I look at the little dots moving and my brain sees them moving and it gets panicky. More? Question mark? And then I have to pick them up higher because now, because I moved them over, it's going like this. It needs to be up higher if it's further over. I hate the XY angles, man. They make me want commit die. Essentially. I feel like the top is about in the right spot. Maybe this bit back here a little bit. And then because the middle of the head, if it was here, and then it would go here, and then maybe here, and then maybe here. What about that? What about that? Howdy, chill. Welcome in. Hope y'all having a better day than me. I'm just sitting here. Ugh. That's okay, though. This bit needs to be more here. Now, I've decided. Because that's the thing is that with all the other hair there, and then there's the fact of, well, it's being like this, it will probably also be moving as well. It will probably be moving. And have like, because the head rarely will be like this, because once physics are applied, it'll be like this, and it'll have like swaying physics, and I have to remember that it's not still, and that it's like, and that it's also not the only piece of hair, so I might be stressing over pieces that get hidden by other pieces. This is what sucks, man. This is what sucks. It's different, yeah, but I don't want to be bald all the time. I like having hair sometimes. It can be nice to have hair sometimes. Now my brain's telling me it needs to be further over. Because if I can get one angle right, then I can use that as a basis for the next angle. Remember? I remember nothing. Agree from any great artists? Yeah, but I'm not them. I just want to pay them. I wish I had a money glitch. Because I know that no matter how... And then it's that thing of, I don't know whether it's because, you know what? Fuck, that's probably good enough. Because it's like, I like, it's well looking there, right? It's like, I wouldn't even... No, but it's like, I'm like I said, I feel like I have the equivalent of like dysmorphia but art version. Because I have no idea whenever I ask others, because like usually people would place their own higher up on the like how much that would cost scale, but I don't know, right? I don't know where mine would sit, right? And so, yeah, basically, art is a struggle for me. Art's a big struggle. I love art. I love drawing. I love the process of it. I just wish that at the end of it, right, I could look at it and I could feel just pride. And that, like I said, my current model, I'm proud of what I have because I'm proud of what I had before and where it's come from, right? and where, you know, where things start to where things go. I can look at older and I could be like, well, I've definitely improved and I'm proud that I've improved, but I'm still not happy with it. I still wouldn't say that it's good or that it's like that it's good quality. Like, I still want to replace it. Because it's not good enough. And I don't think I will ever be good enough. But it's like, as far as like, again, how much things cost and how much they're worth. Like, it's not one of those things where it's not even like, oh, I don't want to pay because it's not worth it. Like, as I know more than anything, that because I've tried to work on my own, the amount of effort, the amount of fine-tuning, the amount of details, the amount of not even time spent on the model, the amount of time spent learning to get to that point is invaluable, right? And that is why models cost so much. Not even that, like, you've also got to keep in mind the fact that it's like, if you're a VTuber, like, you can make money off of it. So there is the fact of commercials, right? So things like commercial rights and things like that as well factor into it. Because it's a piece of art that's not just a personal use, you use it as a brand. And so it is worth so much, but it's like every model I look at that I'm like, man, I love that art style. It's like 3,000 AUD. And it's like, damn, I don't think I've spent that much money on anything, on any one individual item. In my life, I don't think I've spent that much on any one individual item. It's definitely worth that much. But I don't have that much, and it makes me sad because I just want to feel happy. Now I need to fix this bit because I fiddled with it here. So now I need to fiddle with it here to make it better here because I don't know, man. Fuck me, I guess. I don't know, I keep doing the things that I usually do and they don't work out for me. Cause if it's going like that, it needs to be a little higher, essentially. It needs to be higher up here. But then it's not... Ah, fuck it, that's about right. But yeah, I was trying to listen to songs that are like my happy songs, essentially. Songs that I used to listen to when I was sad as a teen, the pick-me-up songs is what I usually listen to when I'm in these moods, because it's like, well, then I can, try and gaslight myself into feeling joy. I need to gaslight myself into feeling joy. You know, it'd be like that. We need to gaslight ourselves into feeling joy. Is the hair's gotta do what hair's gotta do, but I don't know what the hair's gotta do because I'm confused and the hair confuses me and I don't know what is going on anymore. Because it just looks wrong. I don't know why exactly it does what it does, but it do what it do. And I don't appreciate it doing what it do, you know? I don't appreciate it doing that. Essentially. That's where we're at right now, is I don't appreciate it do it as it do. My brain is not comprehending anything this fine evening. But yeah, no, I need God at this fucking point. I need religion to fucking... Jesus, take the wheel and draw me a big titty fucking model, please. That's what I pray for. I pray for the art prowess to be able to draw a beautiful big titty anime girl. That's what we all need in this life. Just keep fiddling until it looks right, she thinks to herself. It's never gonna look right, though. Because the thing is, if I want it to look better, I have to go learn. I don't want to fucking learn, dude. Do I look like I want to learn? Do I look like I'm in the I want to learn mood? No! I just want it done here and now. I'm over it, man. I want sleep. I can't sleep because I keep thinking about it. It's keeping me awake at night. It's actually becoming detrimental to my health. Instead of eating and, like, sleeping, I'm thinking about this. And it's like, it's not good. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good for my health. I'ma keep it real. I don't think that's good for my fucking health. I think I need to work on that. I think I need to work on that. Cause I don't think it's good for my health that I've been avoiding sleep just to keep working on it. That's probably not healthy. Probably not. Could be. Who do I know? Maybe that's the secret. Don't sleep. Just sit at your computer for hours and hours and hours, feeling the circulation drain from your fucking legs. That's the healthy thing to do. That's the healthy thing to do. I selected the wrong fucking deformer because I have too many, because I keep forgetting to name them properly because I'm fucking working at it at fucking 6 in the morning. I'm up until 6 in the morning. Sleeping good is better than sleeping long? Yeah, because it's like, I'm not sleeping good. Like I said, I'm literally, all I can think about while falling asleep is this. And all I can think about while I'm dreaming is this. I'm literally just, it's draining me. It says more about me than it does anything else. But it's like, I'm struggling. And then Jesse's like, why don't you do commissions? And it's like, because I'm dog shit! I don't want to look at it twice. It's making me sad. It's giving me depression. This weenie is making me depression. This is the weenie of sadness and despair and anguish. This is the weenie of sadness. It's the sadness weenie. Also, thank you for the follow. I should be able to, as long as this. I've just been putting gem chips on. They have a fucking take on me. What the fuck? I've just been putting game chops on. But it's like, I don't know how long I would take, because some days I sit there and I don't know the difference. It's kind of like, it's like in other things as well though, where it's like, with like games, right? I will play a game and I will sit there and I will feel like I did dog shit. But then I'll look at the end board and it says one thing, right? Now keep that in mind. Regardless of what it says, I'll think I did dog shit. And then I'll play another round. And I'll think, man, I did pretty okay. And the scoreboard's the same. It's like, it's about the same amount of damage, the same amount of kills, the same amount of everything. But one day, that's dog shit. And the next day, that's fine. And I was like, what the hell? Dude, I'm actually losing hair. I'm worried. I think it's the stress. It's a skill issue. It's a skill issue for sure. Hang on. I'm trying to manage this fucking shit and it's fucking... This trackpad hates me, man. Because it's like, but that's also the other thing, right? That I stress about. For some reason, my brain's like, what if it's not good enough? But it's like, if I'm commissioning someone, I have looked at what they make. I have factored in how close what I want is to what they make. So for example, if I'm more of a textile and they've done very, very... like a Lolita fashion, or they do more fantasy, right? Maybe they don't draw tech or futuristic. Maybe they do. I wouldn't expect the same quality because that's not something they've drawn before. Whereas if I was wanting like a dragon with a, like, you know, an explorer style, it's like, that's right. No professional. I don't fucking think so. I'm not a professional anything. I'm a professional crash outerer. Where is... My brain is dying. Hang on. I am absolutely losing it right now. I can do this. Hang on. I need to lock in just to scroll through this because this fucking trackpad's pissing me off. I knew it was awful when I read the reviews, but I was like, it's fine. I'll just use my normal mouse with it because it has Bluetooth, so I'll just swap it from Bluetooth to that to Bluetooth to that, which would have worked, except for the fact that my mouse is like flat right now. Like, but that's what I mean. Is like I can understand that. Like, if I was to commission somebody, here we go. I found this one. As is picky uppy boppy, but maybe that's what we need. Howdy, and welcome Italia as well. Sorry, I've been losing it. I've been losing my shit. I've been absolutely losing it. We've been losing it big style. Cause I don't know why. Just cause. Cause we can. And cause it's fun. Question mark. Okay, that's close enough to the point where I can fucking start trying to work on the rest of the angles for it. And the sense of like, cause like I said, you can't just have it be like that. It needs to be, cause it's not curving once it hits here. Gravity is going to grab it, and gravity is gonna go, come with me, bitch! And so you need to account for things like that, because when things are softer, gravity will affect them. If that compared to like a solid object. But welcome in. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day.
017 asked me, Emmy is losing her shit. Help
As
her
always.
find it. Oh,
yeah, where is
yeah,
it?
brother. When Emmy
it's in your ass.
losing it, it's time to
How did I
step in
lose
and
my
bring
shit
the
in your ass?
madness
Good
back
question.
under control.
I don't
Tell
have
them
an
to
answer.
look deep inside because the energy is out there and they need to harness it. So will Emmy.
Did he just get abducted?
Let's go, yeah!
Okay, that you know how I was saying before I was thinking about getting rid of Tangia just so my computer runs a little bit better because I think, like, I'm tempted to get rid of it just because I think this fuck is haunted. I think this fucking thing's haunted. Number one, it bullies me. Number two, I think it's fucking haunted. I don't think he's okay. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think he's okay. I don't think it's okay. I think that's crazy. That's crazy. It would be like temporary until I either found something that didn't like crash the fuck out of my PC. I know. That's the only thing reason why I have it is because it's like otherwise I would have just been like, yeah, it's, you know, it's cooked. It's like my PC doesn't really like it. I could probably go without it, except that might be. I think that would be like a crime at this point. Why are you moving like that? You're not meant to move like that yet. Oh, I think that's an old one I did. Because I was trying to work on it. Like I said, I'd almost finished, and then I started over. It's been, like I said, several days. Like, little sleep. Staying up until fucking... ungodly hours.
Kirsty Kano asked me, can you break down the life of the creature Emi-Inu_VT? Here we observe Emi-Inu_VT in their natural habitat, the Just Chatting stream. Notice the flailing limbs and the frantic energy expenditure, a fascinating display of stress. The macho man is right.
What?
They need to calm the fuck down, or they'll burn out before lunchtime. A truly tragic yet predictable spiral.
It's actually dinner time. Thank you very much. It's 7:30. It would be dinner time. I had noodles with pork belly. I had noodles with pork belly, that's what I had. And then we just do this because I'm fucking lazy. And it gives it the curvies. I just want it done. I want it done now. I just want it finished. Ooh, I just want it to be over, man. So that I could do it again. But funnily enough, like I said, with others, I feel like I don't know. But it's like, it's again that thing of, like I said, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm fine. Did I burn it? Of course not. It was delicious. That is hard to burn, because it's like, just fatty. It's like, unless you'd have to fuck up badly. Because it's like worst case scenario, oh no, you overcooked it a little bit, now you have crispy pork belly. And the problem is... And the problem is, like, what's that, like, you know what I mean? It's like, and now I have crispy pork belly. Oh, joyous day. I need to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Wait, I just realized I fucked up. I didn't pay enough attention. I don't actually want it to that degree. Although I don't think it matters because... Oh, no, it does, because I have to remember that this is the deformer for the XY, but this is where the physics will interact. So if it's if it's odd, even though it's shut the fuck up alarm. If it looks a little bit odd, that's my meds alarm. I was like, yeah, you should probably not ignore that one. Should probably pay a little bit of attention to that one. Fuck it, we ball. Does this look at all? No, because this bit is further down and this bit is not. So I need to... I hate XY angles with a passion, man. I just want to pay other people. But it's like, so expensive. Because it should be. Because it should be. The amount of time in this biatch, it should be ridiculously expensive. Because it's fucking... It should be. My brain isn't working properly because it's filled with stress and anxiety. And it's fucking meatballs. That's all. That's the only word I could think of, and I think that's just telling the fact that I was trying to think of something else to say, and the only word coming to my mind was fucking meatballs. I think I'm cooked. I think I am positively fucking cooked. I think I'm so cooked. I just want it to look not too dog shit. It doesn't have to look fan-fucking-tastic. It just has to look not entirely like doggy doo-doos. That's it. As long as it looks not like doggy doo-doos, I'll accept it. It just has to look not like doggy doo-doos. That's it. If it can manage that, then that's fine. It just has to be not dog shit. That's all we're going for. Not dog shit. That's all. That's all. We are lower your expectations because God will disappoint you. I don't have perfectionism. I think my psychologist was wrong. I don't know, I'm sitting here and it's like, yeah, but, okay, you can say that I've been sitting here fiddling with a chibi model that was meant to take me a day for, like, an impossibly long amount of time. That would be fair. But if I had perfectionism, like my psychologist claims, would I not have a tidy desk right now? That's all I have to say. That's my defense, and I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. They pay, imagine paying all that money. Imagine paying all that money for an education just to be so wrong. Just to be so wrong. Crazy. That's crazy. Crazy times we live in. I think I'm losing it. Chat, am I losing it? No, no you're not. Why does chat sound like Mickey Mouse in my head right now? Why is... No fucking way! The only thing that upsets me more when I'm trying to do the angles is when I keep fucking up the angles. And I keep putting, like, being like, oh, I need to check this angle, and then I keep being like this, and then being like, no, for the umpteenth time. Because then once I do this, I can do it again. And it won't be as annoying. I feel like I'm just over looking at my own design. I feel like I'm over it. I feel like that's partially it. Like, I feel like when you draw your own stuff over and over again, you notice how many inconsistencies you have between the same thing. If you draw the same thing 100 different times, you'll notice all the different inconsistencies and mistakes you make with it. Whereas if you draw 100 different things, each thing is different and you can't compare it to one another. And so you can't be like, oh, but see, here I did it there and here it's there. So it makes like, you know, I'm slightly incorrect. Even though a lot of the time, I feel like what I struggle with the most is hair. Even though, do you know what? I don't get it, man. Life is unfair. In the sense of, why is it? I feel like hair is where I'm the worst. I feel like hair is where I struggle the most for a lot of, art, right? But how come when I ask some people, they're like, oh yeah, no, that's like what I deem as one of the better, like, what are the bits that you're good at? Because what I, like, that's what, Jesse's opinion, when I was, like, asking him, he was like, you do really swivelly hair. A very scientific term. Very scientific term of swivelly hair. But it's like, I don't even know if this is looking like anything. It looks like dog poop. Always dog poop. I'm stuck in dog poop hell. Dog poop hell. That's where I am. I need to... But then because this is what frustrates me as well, is I want to draw pretty girls. I want to draw more. I don't want to draw like one piece of art per year because it takes me 500 million centuries to get anything out. I want to draw many pieces of art all the time because then I can draw more people and I can draw more art for my friends. And again, eventually, like I said, I want to do commissions. If I want to spend money on art stuff, what's a good way to earn that than with doing art stuff? You know what I mean? Like, if I want to commission art, like drawing art is a good way to earn money to commission art. If I want spending money on the side to pay other people to draw my character, then that's a good way to go about it. But it's like I just don't have the confidence. I just don't have the confidence. I don't know, but this feels very wrong. But at the same time, I'm gonna fly with it. I hate so much of Live 2D when working on it, how much it's just like trust the process. Because it's like the process looks stinky right now, and it's like, yeah, and it probably will, because like you have to move pieces around a lot to figure out where they go. And it's like, trust the process. Trust these nuts. Trust these nuts. That's what I say to your process. Trust these nuts. Process these fucking nuts. I love how I say that like it's an insult. I'm the only fucking person. That's fine though. This is just the usual. Don't worry, this is a chill stream. This is a chill, quiet, lazy stream working on stuff. I originally wasn't going to stream because I thought I wouldn't talk that much, but now I realize that I just yap. Because usually while I'm working, if I'm not streaming, I just karaoke by myself. I just put on the songs and I vibe. But no, I do want to rework some things on stream. Not like major things, but just things like I want to... I don't know, there's some things where they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. But there's some things where it's like, I just want to freshen it up. But I don't know what that means. And that scares me, because it's like, what does that mean? This looks like not very good. Right there's not very good. It's too flat. Fuck it though. Fuck it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's only for me and it's only for a Gooby model. It's not even meant to be very good. It's meant to be Gooby. I don't like it. It needs to be... Yeah, that's better. I've been thinking about having a, another movie night as well. I don't know what movie though, because I don't know. I want to rewatch Chainsaw Man though as well, because I want to ready myself for the movie. Because the movie will be there eventually. This needs to be further out, I think. I don't know, actually. I think, to be honest with you. I don't think I think. I think I am. I think, therefore I'm not. You know what I mean? I feel like I am. I'm a case of I think, therefore I'm not. Yeah, because this isn't moving at all. Because it should be moving upwards and kind of moving like that. Does this look okay? Somewhat. This should also somewhat be going like that. That's rough. I have to remember, the goal is not perfection, the goal is good enough. The goal is not perfection, the goal is good enough. The goal is not perfection, the goal is good enough to just never open this file ever again. Until I need to steal something from it, because that's the other thing, is that I constantly forget what I fucking did. Which I hope everyone else does as well. It looks fine this way, but this way it's too far up now. Maybe make this not as, you know? Not as. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it anymore. No! It's alright, we'll just fix it up slightly. We'll just fix it up slightly. She'll be right. She'll be right. Just keep moving. Keep touching it. And it will be okay. You know, that's how it goes through life. Life is all about touching it. Just keep touching it. And it'll work out. It will work out. Don't worry. Just keep touching it. Just keep touching it. Good enough. Because it'll have physics and it'll sway on its own anyway. So it won't actually... That's the other thing I have to remember. It won't actually sit here. Because whenever I do physics, the sway affects the angle as well. So it'll swing differently as well because of the physics. And I think I'm going to lose it. Essentially is what I'm getting at. I'm going to fucking lose it. But does it look okay when we go down here and then back across? Fuck it, it's good enough. That's where we need. See, I feel like I can tell that. It's like I was saying before. If I stream it, I can feel the embarrassment of, I know that this is like about as good as I'm gonna get it, and I'm just sitting there now for no fucking reason. And I feel like sitting with that embarrassment makes me uncomfortable. But if I... Wait, which hair is the right hair? What hair is this? This hair. What's the right hair? Not that one. This one? No. This one. I had to fuck it up because, like, essentially, like I said, different art things. I will learn one day. I am huffing copium. What do people usually do while they work on stuff if they're not breaking out? Like, that's the other thing that weirds me out. Is what do you do if you're not having a breakdown constantly? If you're not, like, if you draw and you're not breaking down, what do you do? Like, how do you not break down? I don't understand. Like, you gotta have a little breakdown, right? Everyone has a little breakdown. So what do people who don't have breakdowns do that makes it so they don't? Crash out soon? When did it stop? When did it stop? It just lowered in its intensity because it's like, if I kept going at that rate, I would eventually lose my voice. And then how am I supposed to keep going? You know? It never stopped. I just lowered in intensity. I feel like this needs to be further up to help it. I don't know. Yeah, that's how it feels. But like I said, it's like my sister said, you can cry as long as you get it done. Like, you can cry, but that is irrelevant as long as you get it done. And you know what? Again, as mean as it is, she's kind of right. As long as you can cry as long as you keep working on it. She's kind of right. Whether I like it or not, she's kind of correct. You could cry all you want, but you've got, as long as you keep the tears, they're not thick enough that you can't see, keep working. There's nothing stopping you at that point. You just gotta keep working on it. You just gotta keep working. That's all it is. Procrastinate. That was me last night playing Mega Bonk. Because I was like, look, I've had a bad day of spilling fucking Coke all over my desk and having to wash my fucking mouse mat. I just want to play fucking games right now. I don't want to sit there and crash out over a fucking piece of art that was meant to take like 3 days total. It is now going to take me likely over a fucking week because of like skill issues and stress. So it's like, well, I'm just gonna play Mega Bonk for until 6 in the morning. So that did make me feel a little better. That did make me feel better. But then today I was like, look, I probably shouldn't procrastinate. So I should probably either postpone stream so I can work on stuff, or just work on it on stream. Was like the two, like, that's what I should do. Now, which one of these pieces of hair is the one where it's like makes it so it doesn't disappear? Because like I said, I fucked up like my layers, and so I am jerry-rigging the fuck out of it, you know what I mean? We are just Calling it good enough. That's the wrong one. I want this one. But howdy robot game. It doesn't help me when it's like, fuck. I knew that this would happen and I did it anyway. Well, that's what I get. Where is it? Yeah. I need to put it back where it goes, question mark. There's 500 different... I don't organize properly. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so messy and hard to read. My god. Okay, that bit's good enough. I'm just clicking. We're speedrunning it now. I want this done. I wanted this done on Saturday. I wanted this done on Sunday. I wanted this done yesterday. I want this done complete gonskis. So then I can start working on a whole different one. It'd be like that. It's like, yeah, I want to finish it just so that I can start again.
What the?
The never ending. The never
I didn't
ending.
even realize I was VIP here.
Yeah! And also, thank you for the sub! I have to double check, actually, now that I think about it. I think I might be running out of VIP slots. I might have to slow down the intake. Just a little. Or just leave it as it is, and it's like, you know, should have found it sooner. Should have gotten here sooner. Oh, the VIP machine broke. It's gonna look scuffed because it's in front, but like this piece of hair will actually go behind. Cause I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to pretend. Do I give off the impression? Am I illusioning you all that I know what I'm doing? Do you guys fall for the illusion that I know what I'm doing? Have you guys fallen for it? Have you guys fallen and be like, oh no, yeah, they totally know what they're doing. Have I tricked you all? Have I tricked you all into thinking I know what I'm doing? You can lie and say that I have just to make me feel better, by the way. Like, I will allow it. I will allow lies. Thank you. Thank you. See? Now I feel so much better. Now I feel reinvigorated. Now I feel like I can take on the world, and maybe I actually will get this finished today. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this finished in time to be able to play video games. That ain't happening. I know when to keep my expectations reasonable. But, you know, maybe we'll finish it today. Because that's the, wrong one. Does that look right? We're mainly looking for these. Because... maybe a little further out. Because it'll be behind the head, but we still want it to be in about the right spot. Because it'll determine the other pieces and the physics that sway. Because it is... I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it is the weenie of despair. Okay, fucking good enough. Okay, so if it turns that way, it's a little bit high up here. That's a little bit high up here. But I feel like that is where it would... no, it should be higher up, actually. If I was to take, like, you know, here's where it looks like, here's where it goes, it would move probably a little further. Because it's giving... it's got to get the hair get shorter. Right? Fuck if I know. Somebody knows, not me. Probably that's fine. So then I just needs these to be a little bit higher. Every time I accidentally grab a little ball, I get sad inside. Because I didn't do it right, and it's like, no. Why? Why you gotta do that? This should be further out, I think. Yeah, something like that's probably fine. Probably even higher up here. I don't know, man. Every time I look at it, it looks worse and worse. Every time. Every time. Without fail. This is just how it goes. This is just what it do. That looks fine. Yeah, we're creating. Is it gonna work? Maybe he's crashing my PC as we speak. He's trying to crash it. Tangia's just having a problem with my computer. Tangia's not a big fan of my PC. I'll leave it as is on that one, because then the physics will fix it for me. You know, the worst part of this is that after I do the downwards angles, I still have to do the upwards angles. I still have to do these angles. I don't know how to do those angles. Because look, it's not even good on this one. I try to make sure that I don't look up and to the side because it doesn't look very good. Because I didn't do them very well. Because they're not very good. Because I have skill issues. We are filled with skill issues. I'm going to put this back on again. Is this set to be a shuffle, or is it... I think it only shuffles within the playlist, right? Let's see. Because it's not Spotify anymore, and I don't know how this one works.
And now we're here in the elusive
there it is!
habitat, as she's creating one more cute little creature.
I don't think it's cute. I think it's diabolical. It's the creature of sadness. That's what it is. The creature of fucking sadness. Hang on. I want something boppy. Where's that other one where it was like boppy? Where is it? It was like a big long one. And it was like, there it is. This'll do. Give me this. And then we'll just go further in so that there we go. I want something that's lively. Otherwise I'm gonna fall asleep. I feel like that's not... They're going away for a bit. That's all good. Make sure you take care of yourself, and thank you for dropping in. Make sure you rest up. I hope that you feel better soon. Plenty of rest and hydration. I have Mountain Dew. It's not good for hydration. It's I feel like it gives negative hydration. Stop fiddling with it after you've decided it was good enough, because you're gonna do it again. You're gonna make it restart, and then you're gonna get all sad because you're like, no, I've been here for days. But at the same time, like, I'm unhappy with it. I already had a monster. I finished it today already. Oh wait, I forgot to take my second dose. Ugh. Or, fuck, I need my mic. Alright, let's try and... Sorry, I kept dumping the mic with my chest. I was trying to pull my... I'm trying to get comfy. I'm trying to settle in for the long haul. Because even after I have stream, if I don't finish this, I'll still be here. We know I'll still be here. In this state. It's never ending. Never ending. Was that closer to where it should be? No, because that's in the wrong... I don't actually know what's going on now. I've confused myself. I've confused myself on where things should be. Where should... This would be about here then. But then I gotta remember that technically I can't just... If it looks fine, just leave it, you know? But it doesn't look fine. It disappoints me. That's what's wrong with it. It disappoints me. Because it's like, I want it to go further out, but like... Is this closer to how it should be? Because I want it to be correct, because... It's where... Yeah, no, because I'm treating it... I don't know, actually. I have no clue. I'm lying to you. I don't know what I'm doing. Again. And then you guys better be enjoying this, because get ready for me to do this again. Because, like I said, I have plans. I have plans. I have plans. And they involve this again. So... It just looks flat. Is that right? It's not really right, is it? Is that closer? Man, I don't fucking know. Hang on, maybe if I do this, it might smoothen out some of the spots because it looks kind of odd. And I don't know why. But, like, I do know why. It's because I did it. I feel like that's getting there. Closer to what I wanted. Like, the vibe. But if I keep touching it, it'll... Like, I gotta remember, no one is going to focus on this one singular hair on the weenie model that I don't know how long I will use it for. Because it's meant to be a joke model that isn't used all the time. No one's going to be sitting there like, whoa, can you believe that it looks like this instead of this? That's crazy. Said no one ever. No one's going to be looking at it in that light. So I need to remember that and keep that in mind. When I'm doing that, then it'll be moving. And it'll be very fidgety and bouncy, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I can fix it afterwards if there's big mistakes that we notice. But get it done, then make it good. Make it, and then make it good. As long as you make it. Make it, and then make it good as long as you make it. As long as you make it. Make it first, and then make it good. Is that gonna... Oh wait, this is a different piece of hair. I thought I was moving a different... That's fine then. I thought I was moving this one. That's what I was looking at. Howdy, Mimi J! Yeah, the only thing is nobody would know it, but it's obvious the most of the thing, like chip murder. Yeah, basically it does feel like that though. As it's like, there's so many times where things are okay. But I feel like the other thing with art is I have to remember its purpose. And in this case, its purpose was to be quick and scuff because I wanted to make something quick and scuff because I hadn't made something in a while. Which now, at the time, like I said at the time, I was like, man, why haven't I made something in a while? And now I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, that's why. Because I'm batshit insane and I keep like just fiddling and never finishing it. And then I sit there for ages and ages and ages in hell. In hell. So that's why I never do that. Oh, okay. We learn. We learn. I feel like this bit probably should go in. Does that look better? Maybe. What about there? I feel like this bit should be up more, maybe? It just looks like not very curvy, but at the same time, the art's not very curvy. That looks fine, I think. In the grand scheme is the whole point. In the grand scheme of everything, I think that looks fine. In the grand scheme of everything, I think that that's fine. Probably. It's probably fine. Maybe. I don't know. Or I could convince myself otherwise. And then we could sit here for an even longer period of time trying to decide if it looks fine or not. Hold it there because I need to get it done and then make it good later if I so feel like coming back to it. But at least get it done. That is our goal. Speed running it. Speed running the hell out of it. This one, I feel like it's almost fine because I feel like I sat there for a very long time trying to get it to look about right. Thank you. The hot dog of despair. And that it moves funny when it moves. You know what? The greatest thing is, you know, like I said, what's its purpose? If it was alive right now, right? If I was drawing this model and it was alive and breathing and able to talk to me and it did the whole thing where it was like, what's my purpose? I would say like, you're going to sit in the corner of the screen and everyone's going to say, what the fuck is that at you? I have spent so many, I don't even want to know how many hours in this fucking program making this model just for it to sit in the corner of the screen and get insulted because people want to ruin my hot dog dreams. Because people don't understand. They're just like, oh, why are you a hot dog? Why do you care? Why do you want to, no hello? No, how is it going? No, how's the weather? It's hot, by the way. It's been heating up. I don't like it. I've been having to turn the air conditioner on. I despise it. I do not like this weather. I want this weather to piss off. You may not, because I would not allow it. Because I am the ruiner. I don't let people have fun. Fun is illegal here. If you're having fun, like, just know, you will be flailed. You will be skinned, and we will turn you into pieces of furniture. I'm going to turn you into a chair, and then I'm going to put you in a cuck room. I'm going to put you in the hotel room. I'm going to go to a hotel, and I'm just going to leave the chair there. And I will make you a cuck chair in a hotel room if you're having fun here. I will make sure that you never have fun again by being a cuck chair in a hotel room. Oh, there's so many members. Yeah, I want Winter back. Come back, Winter. Especially since, like I said, I've been spending a lot of time, like, struggling to get this done. So there are times where I'm literally going to bed at, like, 6, 7 in the morning is when I'm getting off my computer. And it's, like, 6, 7? It used to be, like... It used to... Sorry, the brain rot got to me for a second. My brain fucking paused. But it used to be, like, a fine time to go to bed. Like, I could go to bed at 6 and it would still be dark. Like, the sun might be starting to come up, but it would be fine, right? It wouldn't be, like, impossible. And now it feels impossible to handle. It's, like, impossibly fucking, like, warm and hot at, like, 5 a.m. It's so unfair. Sleep is optional? I wish, but unfortunately, if I don't get sleep, I feel like shit. Also, all I can hear is the fucking chicken jockey. La 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 lava, chicken jockey. La 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 lava, chicken jockey. The nether! I'm so cooked, dude. I'm so fucked. There's no escape, right? Even, like, okay, so I have brain rot. Okay. And then I was like, okay, well then I'll do art. Dude, Running in the 90s is such a bop of a song, though. Sorry, I fucking... I need to focus on joy. Okay, I need to find joy in something. Flint and Steel. I don't know, that movie was weird in that it was weird. You know what I mean? It was what it was, and it was never anything it wasn't. You know what I mean? It was never a case of it being anything other than what it would be. And I think that's great. I love that for it, unironically. In the 90s. Yeah, Kobe was evil. The title you felt a lot more sane after that. I mean, to be fair, we know Coco Melon is evil. Like, unironically. Like, actually, like, in a not funny way. Like, actually evil, though. Because they're just like, yeah, we got babies hooked on our baby crack, essentially. They're literally, Coco Melon is quite literally baby crack dealing. I don't know how, it's one of those things where you look at it, you're like, how is this allowed? As humanity, how are we allowed to sell babies crack in visual format? How can we do that? Like, that's so fucking, I constantly think to myself, number one, I am glad I have morals. I am glad I have, you know, the boundaries and feelings and empathy and whatever the fuck else have you. But there are some days where I look at the world and I'm like, Jesus, fuck, it would be so much easier if I was just a bad fucking person. If I was just a bad fucking person. There's so much shit where it's just like, it just doesn't feel fair. And it's, I think it's like, not even like technically illegal either. Just in the sense of, if you just flood shit, right? Just flood, like, again, it's not a guarantee, but it's like just flood shit with like AI, like this is what I mean, it's not even illegal. It's just not good. But if you just flood YouTube channels with AI generated, completely AI, like all of it, you don't even have to do anything. Drop shipping. I think that one technically is illegal. But selling courses Just make shit up and sell a course. I saw a lady, she just made up a lie, went viral because she lied. And then was like, hey, I went viral because I lied. Here's how I figured it out. Buy my course. And it's like... Oh, just supplements? You know what I mean? Like supplements. Holy shit, the amount of supplements. Where it's like, do you have pee-pee problems? Buy my pee-pee protein powder. They will not do anything. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, or just make up like literally the whole thing of make up a problem, make up a fake solution to your fake problem, sell it. Yeah, like use my Amazon link. Use my link here. Buy this thing that I definitely myself don't do. Dude, has anybody seen Mini Minute Man? But I watched one of the videos, and it was the dude, and he's literally like over a fucking conspiracy video over 9/11. He's like, hey, do you want to buy my fucking protein powder that makes your dick strong? I'm like, sorry, but what? Do you not have like, I don't know, like that just doesn't feel like a human thing to do. To be like, here's my conspiracy theory, buy my dick powder. Like, what? What? I'm like... I just... Anyway, all I'm saying is that it's that thing of... I'm glad that I never would, but I do think that perhaps life may be a little easier if I just stopped caring and said fuck everybody else. You know what I mean? Why? Like, why did I have parents who love me and instilled values and feelings? Why did my mother teach me to always think from everyone else's perspective before I react? Why couldn't I just be taught to not give a shit and fuck everyone over? God damn it, I could be a CEO. I could be a psychopathic CEO, but no. I'm fucking... Although this is ultimately not a bad timeline. Let's just be... I feel the need to establish it now, but instead of being an evil CEO on my yacht, I'm fucking drawing little weedy models. An anime girl on the end. I could be an anime girl and scam people. But no. No. All I do is yell. All I do is yell about how I wish I could scam people, but my stupid fucking brain's like, that's bad and that's mean. God damn it. Sell those shitty 3D printed fidget toys. Dude, what is up? I swear, where did they all come from? My partner has a 3D printer. It does not cost that much in practice. It does not cost that much to print something, right? Unless it's a big thing, it can cost a lot. But those fidget toys are like, I remember him telling me that unless they're getting the most premium, and then even if you're getting the most premium with the best of everything, not even like cents. You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking full dollars to make these. And then I go to Kmart, an actual store, right? This is what blows my mind. I understand people at markets. I understand. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But I understand at things like markets. I understand at things like, look, if you can make a product and you can sell it, go for it, dude. If there is a demand and there is like, if there is a demand and people are willing to pay, go for it. I am not saying that you should not, but I am saying that I'm bewildered that there is such a demand. And the reason why I saw it is because they were recalled because they didn't put a choking hazard on it. But it was like, and again, I'm not saying that they're not worth it. If people will pay for it, that's their prerogative. I pay for shit all the time that's not worth it because of convenience and cool factor all the fucking time. You know, I can sit here and be like, why do people buy, why do people buy 3D printed fidget toys? But I almost spent $800 on a Gomagala statue one day. So like, I did not, but I seriously considered it. I stood there in the store and I looked at this And I was like, that's pretty fucking sick. That's pretty fucking sick. I could spend $800 and have something that doesn't do anything, but it does look pretty fucking sick. And then the thing is, and the beauty of it is, right? It'll get dusty, and that's just canon, baby. It'll get dusty and covered in hair. That's just canon, baby. That motherfucker be dusting shit up. That motherfucker be making the air hairy. It's just canon. And it's like, tweaking the, what's new? But it's like, I can't believe that it's like $15 for a 3D printed dragon from Kmart. And it's like, I've got one. Like, my partner has a 3D printer. Of course, he's gonna be like, man, I'm just gonna print this from, like, you know, I've got a 3D printed Pochita. I've got a 3D printed Totoro. I've got a 3D printed. You think about it. I've probably got a 3D print. I've got 3D printed fidget toys. I've got useful stuff that was 3D printed as well. I've got 3D printed cups for my pens and shit like that as well. There's 3D printed shit everywhere. And it's definitely been worth it for us in just organizational shit. But like, that is just a hobby. It's something to do, right? The amount of time that he fiddles with the 3D printer and buys parts for it and has to solder stuff and fix stuff. It's something to do, right? It's a hobby. It's a pastime. But like $15 for what wouldn't even be... Are you serious? Like, if people are willing to pay for it, that's go for it. But at the same time, like... And then you look at the shit, and it's like... He sits there... Dude, I mentioned it to my sister, that's what she said. And you know which sister. It's the same Baby Battle one. He printed a giant screw because of like a Lethal Company, how you can find the big screw. And so he was like, I'm just gonna print a giant screw because, you know, it's just for funsies. He also have a Batman mask. It's too big for my fucking head. It's not size. It's too small for his and too big for mine. The fucking Jesus. Make a flexible bag and bracelet from one. Looks complicated but cool. I'm not saying they're not cool. I'm just saying it bewilders me that it's like, well, again, right? I have to factor in as the 3D printer. And this is the other thing that comes into it, where it was just like, well, the 3D printer costs, you know, like several hundred, right? A 3D printer costs hundreds. If you want one where you don't have to fuck around with it all that much and it just works and it doesn't, you know, you get dribblies and burnt bits and causes you troubles and constantly goes out of alignment and all that kind of shit. If you want one that just works and works well, then you're going to have to spend hundreds of dollars. You can get cheap ones, but they're dog shit. And you will never really get a high quality because they're just dog shit. He thought he was the problem for a while, but then he bought a new 3D printer and everything. He changed like nothing and everything started coming out 10 times better. But it was like, so you're going to have to spend hundreds. So I do understand if somebody only wants a fancy, like they just want that 3D printed dragon. I understand that you might not want to spend several $100s. Yes, there's also the convenience, but if that's not for you, right? If you only want the dragon, several $100s plus the time to learn the software, plus the time to configure and level and make sure everything's working correctly, and the filament and the test prints, and because depending on what you want it in, silk PLA, which is what they're usually in, needs a different thing, and from roll to roll, it can vary, especially if you didn't spend extra money on a dehumidifier and it might have moisture in there, which means you now need to treat it differently. It could be like, you know, like, or you spend $15 on a little dragon. And it's like, okay, well, when I put it like that, maybe $15 for a little dragon ain't so bad. Even though, in filament, it's like cents, but that's the outright cost. But yeah. But I have a little flexible drag. I have a lot of little 3D printers. I got little 3D printed, like, I got a little unicorn thingy. It's like a little flexible unicorn thingy. I got a bunch. I got dinosaurs. I got like 4 flexible dinosaurs. I got like a little jointed. I got a fat crocodile. I've got a fat crocodile. I've got... If they made a metal 3D printer that was good enough, the auto industry would die overnight. Bro, yeah, I imagine, because there's so many things. I don't do cars, but I understand, from my understanding, it's one of those things where it's like, it's pretty much it's hell in that the amount of time that you have to spend dealing with people, like, depending on your car, right? Either the part's not manufactured anymore, so you need to get third party, and then sometimes that's expensive, and sometimes the third party is just never quite made right, so then you need, like... like, if you could just make it, and make it good, and not have to fuck around with shipping from different countries to get something that works, then... yeah, I understand. That, like... Because I used to... my brother... I used to hear his phone calls when he would be like, no, I need, like, you know, adjust the amount of, like, it just sounds like way too much effort. No, I don't want that one, actually. No, I don't want that one. I want something that's boppy. I don't want something that's lo-fi-y. I want something boppy because I need to wake up. I need wake-up time. Yeah, they're not like, because the other thing, right, is commercial availability. Commercial availability plays a large role in a lot of this stuff as well. Is how can the average consumer use it? Because, yeah, maybe they can buy it, but if it's hard to use, then, like... that's irrelevant. If you need like a 10-year course just to be able to understand how it works and how to make it work properly, then it's, you know, that's not usable to the average person. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's so much. It's so stinky pee-pee poo-poo pants in that. Everything's stinky pee-pee poo-poo pants to me recently. But I think I'm just having crash outs recently. I think I need to talk to my doctor and up my dosage. I'm actually thinking about swapping. But I don't know. It's scary. I hate change. Change is scary. Change is terrifying to me. Because I want to try a different ADHD medication. Just to see whether it works better for me, but it's like... appointments are expensive, and so it's like if I go to an appointment and I get a script and the med's dog shit, I then have to fork out how much money to get another appointment so I can get my old script, which then depending on things, like I don't know if it's like other medications where it's like, oh, sorry, but because you changed it a little bit, now you need to, like, you can't just take your old one, you need to, like, not take it. So it's like, oh, you need to, like, not take your old one for this long and then start the new one. Like, you need to let it get out of your system, or whether you could just, like, it's scary, dude. Medical stuff is scary. I'll just die. You know, I don't do as I, it's don't do as I say, not as I do. Take care of yourselves. But sometimes, seriously, I think it just sounds easier to just kick it. Honest to God, it just sounds easier. Like, I feel tired, I go to doctor. They're like, okay, maybe it's your thyroid. I'm like, okay, take thyroid medication. Feel better. They're like, okay, let's stop the medication to see whether it evened itself out or whether you still need to keep taking the medication and it falls again. And so I have to stop taking the medication. Feel like shit. Go back to doctor. They're like, well, you know, it's on the lower end, but still normal. We'll see if it evens out on its own. Wait even longer. Feels like shit. Goes back to doctor. Doctor's like, yeah, no, it keeps dropping. You're gonna have to just keep taking this medication for like the foreseeable future, right? Because your thyroid levels just keep dropping and it's making you really fatigued. So then I have to start taking medication again. Medication doesn't work properly for a month. Before you'll actually feel better again. So I had to be like, feel like shit for 6 months just in case I didn't need the medication anymore. Like, what? I'd rather die. I did it! I went to the doctor! And I take my medications when I remember. But it's like, at that fucking point, man, I had to spend 6 months feeling like shit just to confirm that I would feel like shit. Like, that's kind of fucked up, right? Like, how fucked is that? Why did my body do that? Like, that's the craziest. Why are you doing that to yourself? Just produce it on your own, you piece of shit. Develop immunity to the meds? I better fucking... It's literally the slightest amount. It's one of those things where it's like they wouldn't give a medication if I didn't feel anything. Because they have like it's like literally from person to person. You'll have someone and it'll say everything's normal, but they might still feel tired because they need a little more than what's deemed the normal range, right? And I'm one of those people where even though technically I'm on the lowest end of like, if I felt fine, they wouldn't prescribe anything, but it's at the fact where it's like, if I don't take my meds, I feel like I'm going to pass out constantly. I'm just exhausted and I'm sad and I feel like shit. And I basically a bunch of shit where I got confused because I would constantly feel like shit. And then I Google it and it's like, oh yeah, this is due to low thyroid. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'll forget to take my meds for like a bit because I'm dumb brain. So I'll forget to take them for like 2 weeks. And then I'll be like, man, I feel like shit. And then I'll Google it and I'm like, oh, yeah, when was the last time I took that? And then I have to feel like shit until it finally starts kicking in again. It's so duties. So it should be fun though, because technically, if I can develop a little immunity, and then I have to... But it's so bullshit! What do you mean? And the thing that fucks me over though as well, that fucks with my brain, is that I went to the doctors and I got a blood test, and they were like, you would have low B12. And they're like, are you vegetarian? And I'm like, no. And they're like, are you sure? Because if you eat meat, you wouldn't be low in B12. You do not need a lot. You absorb very little because you need very little. But you're low, which means you haven't been getting any. And it's like, I drink energy drinks. They're 99% B12 because that's very, very cheap. You have to throw like a fuck ton in there and you'll just piss it all out. So they don't have to worry about overdosing you on B12. So basically there was like, I eat meat and I drink energy drinks. It was very low chance for me to be low on B12. And then it's like, yeah, well, you're low. And then I go back. I got injections that hurt like a fucking bitch and made me feel like shit. I always felt like I have put the I can't, it has to be taken on an empty stomach. Do you know how annoying it is? I would wake up, I wouldn't feel hungry. Also, good morning, voice of light, and welcome in. But I would wake up and I wouldn't eat for a while, right? Because I'd be fine. I'd just exist until I started feeling hungry and I'd be like, oh, I'm hungry now. Okay, well, I'll go eat. But like with the meds, I wake up and I'm like, okay, time to exist. Yeah, that's right. I gotta take my meds. So then I take my meds. And then it's like, I've never felt hunger quite like when I know that I'm not meant to eat for the next like 30 minutes. Literally just 30 minutes. And that's the most annoying thing is I used to just not eat for 30 minutes upon waking up because I wouldn't feel hungry for 30 minutes upon waking up. But now that is the longest 30 minutes of my fucking life. I've never felt so, at the moment I take them, I'm just like, okay, so now I can't eat. Everything looks like the most delicious thing man has ever created. Everything looks like peanut butter on a spoon is a culinary delight that I'll still eat. It says take on an empty stomach, but I'm like, I can have a bit of peanut butter on a spoon, right? But it's like, and then it's like, you know, you can't have caffeine either because that fucks with the absorption. I still take it with my energy drink. I'll be like, oh fuck, I forgot to take it. Well, you know, I ate a while ago, so it's fine, and I'll just take it with an energy drink. And then I wonder why I'm so fucking tired all the time. Take the pill and then you start making food, something that would take 30 minutes. That is true, but then this funny thing that happens, and this pisses me off, is that I'll start making food that takes a while to cook, and then I will get so hungry while cooking it that my stomach starts to hurt, and then I don't want to eat anymore because my tummy hurts. Even though I know my tummy hurts because I'm hungry, I don't want to eat because my tummy hurts. I don't want to eat that, my tummy hurts. Do you know how frustrating it is to spend how long making food and then be like, I don't want that, my tummy hurts. And to just look down at the food that you've made. And you've just And like, you know, that's money. You spent money to make it. You made it to your preferences. So it's what you wanted. And you just... Because like the other day, I made like a rice bowl for breakfast. I hadn't had one in a while. So I made the like... I made like a sushi rice. And I had like smoked salmon on it with avocado and cucumber. And I was really excited for it because I was going to make an actual sushi roll out of it. But then I like fucked up and I forgot I didn't have the nori. So I was like, oh, fuck, shit. Okay, well then I'll just like put it all in a bowl and mix it. And I'm looking at it. I have been craving this. I haven't had this in ages. I really wanted this. But every bite was suffering because I just didn't want to eat because my tummy hurt. Even though my tummy hurt because it was fucking hungry! Anyway, I don't know what's wrong. I think my brain is like, I think I'm just cooked. I think I'm cooked. I don't understand. That's the one thing that pisses me off. If my body is hungry, then why the fuck do you make me not want to eat? If you want me to eat, don't make me feel sick so that I don't want to eat. What kind of fucked up evolutionary fuck up is that? Oh yeah, that's right, I need to eat, so I'll make sure she doesn't? What the fuck kind of dog shit is that? What kind of fucking, what the fuck? That's what I mean, why do you hurt? If you want food, don't feel like shit and make me feel nauseous so I don't want to eat. This sucks, dude. On the upside, I've been losing a little bit of weight, so that makes me feel better. It's like, yeah! I still have a lot more that I want to lose, but it's like, yay! Drink cola. I've been meaning to buy ginger ale. I find that ginger ale, I know it's a placebo effect, but fuck it, placebo effect can be strong, right? But it's like, ginger ale is one where it makes me feel better because I've convinced myself that it will. Because it's ginger. So, and ginger helps nausea. And also it feels like nostalgia because my dad used to drink lots of ginger beer and ginger ale. That was my dad's drink of choice. Was ginger beer and ginger ale. Cause yeah, but it has to have actual ginger in it for it to do it, which like a cheap fucking dollar ginger ale is not going to have. But because I'll convince myself that this will make me feel better, lemonade's another one. But that's also a nostalgia because whenever I was sick as a little kid, whenever I would feel unwell and there was like, if there was like a stomach bug going around at home or anything like that, we would have lemonade because it's a clear liquid. It's got sugar in it, and so it'll give you energy. You know, because when you feel unwell, you still want joy in your life. You know what I mean? Like, for lack of a better like wording, it's like even if you feel sick, you don't want to be that miserable, right? So you learn the things where it's like, look, I can afford to have this and still feel okay. So one thing I had a lot of growing up was like lemonade ice blocks and lemonade in general. Or like if I was actually sick, it's watered down because that way it's even less bubbly so that it doesn't hurt the tummy as much. But it's still a clear fluid with sugar in it. And the DLC, you have to make it. I've been learning that. I've been learning that we have choices. And they're not easy. And some days, you don't have to make them. You can just rot in bed. But on the days where you feel like you can, even if you don't want to, just do it. Like, that's made for stream, right? There are some days where I feel really tired and I feel a bit sad and I feel a bit down. But I know that, like today. Today is one of those days. As you can hear me crashing out, I'm very frustrated at myself. I'm feeling very disappointed in myself. I'm feeling very negative, right? I'm feeling fucking like shit, basically. I'm going through one of those moods where I'm not good enough. The brain worms are winning. But I know that when I stream, I feel better. So even though I want to lay in bed and I want to rot, I know that even though it may not be the easiest thing every day, if I stream and I get to talk to people and I get to relate to people and I get to yell at people, that one's always a bonus. If I get to yell at people, it makes me feel a little better. And so even though it's not like suddenly like, I'm cured, I don't feel down in my abilities anymore. I was like, no, I feel slightly happier. They're not gone, but instead of feeling only shit, I feel joy as well. And so that's basically it. Yeah, we can do it. We can make it. We can make our own joy. We gotta find what that is. For me, that's streaming. So I understand though that it can be hard, especially for me to say that. Like, you just have to pick your joy because I found one, right? It's not that easy, and that not everyone has that one where they're like, oh, this is this thing I know that when I do it, I feel better. Not everyone has that, and I feel very lucky to have what I have in that sense. Why does it look better here instead? I think it's because this bit's doing weird stuff up here. I don't know why. I don't know why it's being weird up there and not weird down here. But we will just ignore that because I don't want to fucking deal with that shit, quite frankly. I love how I said we'd ignore that and then I'm dealing with that shit. I think it's just because it's too squashed. And if I just pull it over until it's like, it's still hidden, it'll make it look... I don't know, actually. I don't know what my fucking problem is. Maybe it's this bit? Yeah. If I just make it a little smoother here, maybe that'll make it smoother down there as well by proxy. Because I don't know why up here looks so pee-pee poo-poo pants all the time. Anyway. That's better. I feel like angle-wise, this is wrong now. I need to fix that. Is this right though? Somewhat. I feel like this needs to come out more. And then I need to fix it up this way, because now here it'll be too low down. So it needs to go further down here. And that it's too far over. What the fuck have you done, me? Me, what are you doing? What are you doing, me? I think it's just because I don't know what I'm doing, actually. I'm pretending I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fucking this up. But we can fuck it up together, you know? I think I just never fixed this side. Or I fixed a wrong layer. Damn it, I better not have touched any of these fucking layers or I'm gonna lose it! Does that? No, I don't like. I want more over. Because it's meant to be... I don't know, man. I feel better when I'm not working on this fucking shit. I feel better when I'm not working on this. And it's not haunting my dreams. Dead set in that server already. You might have been... I know that there's a couple of times that, I think that there's been, like, security alerts, and I don't know what they do. Sometimes it's just like, oh, we took action on your server, and it's like, what did you mean? What did you do? Like what? And I can't find it in logs or anything. And I'm so confused sometimes. And it's just like, oh, suspicious activity. And it's like, what does that mean? Do you want to give details? And Discord's like, don't know, man. Figure that out. And it's like, mate, I'm crashing out over probably something else that's meaningless right now. I'm probably crashing out over a bunch of other bullshit. Do not add to my fucking struggles right now. What do you mean? Just be clear in what you fucking mean. Just tell me what was the suspicious activity. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Figure it out. Sometimes sometimes it makes me want to fucking delete that shit too, because I'm just looking at it like the so it's like it gives me a thing being like, oh look, something happened to the server. And it's like, I'm tired, doc. I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired. And it's like, if it's not there, then I don't have any actions to take. That's basically, it feels like a secret. But also, welcome in, Marco Polo. Welcome in. Howdy, howdy. I hope you're doing well. I also need to plan. Yeah. She says, like, she actually will. She will not. She is lying to you. I need to plan my affiliate. My affiliate, not my affiliate, I just did that. Jesus fuck, I'm dying. Dude, my brain's dead. Don't listen to me. Don't fucking... I'm cooked. I'm fucking cooked. No, but, I feel like I should start planning for 2.5. I haven't done any plans at all. I know I've had the goal for ages, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, we're not hitting that. That's, we're like, you know, we're not doing that, so I don't need to plan for it. And then I look at, and then I actually went in. I did the silly, right? But it actually ended up being the good. I did the thing where I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to look at my Twitch numbers. Do I draw? I mean, like, I made everything, every piece of art bar the drawing tablet on screen right now I drew. But, sometimes I stream mid-drawing. Sometimes. I want to stream more art. I don't know, I feel like I want to finalize to a degree. I guess that's what I was getting at as well. I feel like I have a concept in my head of what's popular. Or what I would be good at. And then it's like, oh wait, I actually don't need to stress as much. Because I stress every time I play Marvel Rivals. I stress because I'm like, well, I'm not very good at it. So that's not what people would want to tune in to watch. So I probably shouldn't. And that's what's in my mind, is I probably shouldn't stream Marvel Rivals all that much because I'm not very good at it, and that's not what people would really want to watch. But then I went and I looked at the numbers and the stats, which, like I said, I don't usually do that because I know me and I know that I hyperfixate. I don't know if we've noticed this, but I tend to hyperfixate and spiral a little bit in life. It's a bit of a problem. It is a bit of a problem, and we're working on it. And it's like, but no, I went in and I looked, and I'm like, oh wait. Actually, out of recent things I've streamed, Marvel Rivals has been the one that's, like, more stable. Like, if you look at, like, things where it's like, oh, this game versus average viewers per stream kind of vibe, Marvel Rivals is the one, though, where it's like, oh, it's pretty stable. It's not, like, it's not the lowest. It's not, like, oh, it's really dependent. It's, like, it's pretty much just is what it is kind of vibe. And I'm like, oh, I don't know why, but I'd convinced myself that if it was a bad idea if I was to stream Marvel Rivals because I was bad at it. And I was like, oh wait, no, never mind. I can actually, like, pretty much, if I was to look at the numbers and look for what I should be streaming, Marvel Rivals would be there because that's, like I said, it's a consistent number. It's, like, relatively solid in its stuff. It's not a lower number and things like that. And I'm like, oh, well, that makes me feel better because I have an addiction. And like I said, I felt bad every time I streamed it because I'm not very good at it. I was like, no, I can be guilt-free. Yay! Imagine drawings on a screen. Dude, I feel like, I don't know, it all comes around, doesn't it? Because I sit here and I'm like, man, I wish I could do the same. Right? Like, I wish I could do the same. Like, I know that technically, well, I did. Like, my VTuber model, I designed it, and I drew it, and I rigged it. And I know that, like, napping to my stream, holy shit, you could sleep through a train wreck. It's okay, though. I was on a mattress, and, like, I was one of those cases where there was 2 mattresses, and we needed a mattress underneath the mattress, and I was on the bed, and they were able to drag a mattress out from underneath the mattress I was on, and I did not wake up. They basically dropped me. Because I had to, like, the mattress had to slide out from underneath. So the mattress on top had to, like, slide down and plop. I did not wake up. That did not wake me up. The bed was shaking, did not wake up. I sleep like the dead. It's like, you know what? I'll take that payoff. I have trouble falling asleep, yes. But once I'm asleep, I do not, I feel like it could be worse. I could have trouble falling asleep, and I could sleep lightly. So at least I sleep like a rock. You know what I mean? Get away with it. I feel like painting-wise is a bit different. You could probably jump on the bed that I'm on. You could probably shake them. You could probably move the entire bed. I don't think you'd be able to paint my face, but you could probably pick up the bed and move it and do that thing where you like basically move the bed out into the ocean or some shit like that. Like you could put the bed out in the backyard and make me like I fall asleep in the house and I wake up in the backyard. But like actually drawing on my face, I feel like that would irritate me a little bit because just like the hairy like paintbrushes are hairy, and then marker pens, depending on the marker pen, even the felt tips, or like ball pens would just hurt, but like, sorry, hiccupies. Felt tips would be hairy as well. I feel indigestion. I knew I would. Whenever I make the noodles that I do, the noodles that I make, they're one of those noodles and that food. You know when you've got those foods and you're like, look, this is not health food. This is unhealth food. This is not adding time to my lifespan. This is in fact subtracting. Like I can feel something is clogging as I'm eating this. I can feel grease on my lips. I can feel like this is not healthy, but by God will I shovel it into my mouth hole. It is divine. It is adding to my soul. That's me with, because I make tumba noodles and then I mix in pork belly to it. And it's like the noodles are already kind of like, they're not greasy, but they're not exactly not oily. And then I add an oily ass fucking pork belly. Which is one of those things where I feel like pork belly. I don't add oil. And I've tried to pat it dry and take out the oil. I swear I'll pat the oil out and I'll add veggies to balance. Today I added capsicum to it. Today that went really well. I tried adding a bit of capsicum that I had frozen in the freezer. I had a bit of capsicum and I added that. And that, it did taste pretty good. Adding capsicum to it was pretty good. Makes me not want to become a headline because I want good food again. That is true. I keep telling myself I can't because they haven't dropped more, they haven't optimized or dropped the expansion for Wilds yet. I have to wait for the expansion for Wilds. So I can't because I'm still waiting for Wilds. Capsicum. What's it called? Bell pepper, I think? I think it's called bell pepper in some places. I gotta remember that there's some things like that are named different things. It used to confuse me because I didn't know what the fuck a bell pepper was. I think a sweet pepper as well is the same thing. I was like really confused because I'm like, what the fuck is a bell pepper? That looks like a capsicum. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, what is it? I can't remember, but I think there was one. And I swear it's not. It's another food where it's like, it's called that in some places, but not others. Kind of like pineapple, but not pineapple. Is it? I think I'm thinking of. It's not Oz slang. It's not slang. It's what it's just called. It's capsicum. It's just called a capsicum. Hang on. Let me pull it over. I'll find a like maybe. Because I swear, unless everyone's trolling me, and it is actually called that. But I swear it's also known as, yeah, generally known as peppers. And I was like, what? What is it? Or a bell pepper. And I used to get confused because I was like, what the fuck is a bell pepper? We only have capsicums. And I was like, what? But yeah, capsicum. Let's call it capsicum. Like, if you look, it's literally just capsicum. Like, I look at it, I open up Google, I put in capsicum, and it just comes up with like, here's your capsicum. It's a capsicum. 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 Yep. Paprika? Yeah! Do you know what's fucking... That confused me as well. It's still paprika. Like, I used to think paprika was a whole different vegetable. Because you have a capsicum and paprika. It's not like smoked capsicum in a jar. Because it's like, if you go to buy it, it's garlic powder. Right? It's garlic and garlic powder. Onion, onion powder. Capsicum, paprika. What? Why is... I don't understand that naming convention. That one confuses me. You know, garlic, garlic powder. Onion, onion powder. Veggie, veggie powder. Capsicum, paprika. Like, that one confuses me. Because why is it not just, you know, smoked capsicum powder? Paprika is capsicum? I'm pretty fucking sure it is. I'm pretty fucking certain. Now you've got me doubting myself. No, God fucking damn it, we can't do this. It's already nearly 9 o'clock. I wanted to finish this today. I wanted to be free. I know why the spicy powder is called paprika. See, and here's where else it gets fucky. Is paprika actually spicy anywhere else? You can't buy spicy paprika. Like, there's not spicy paprika. It's smoked paprika or sweet paprika, but neither of those is spicy. Neither of those have spice in it. You have to buy chili powder. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Why is it called that? And then the other thing was that when I was looking at it, right? They're like, add paprika for spice. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, is this a level of whiteness? Is this a level of fucking whiteness I've never discovered? Apparently, in some places, paprika's a combo mix. Apparently, in some places, paprika's a combo. If you buy paprika, it'll have some spice to it. Like, it'll have a little bit, it's a pepper. Like, it's essentially just pepper. So it'll be bell pepper and chili pepper together. It's pepper powder, right? So it's a mix. We don't have that. There's no... Paprika is purely capsicum or bell pepper. So I understand the, like, pepper and paprika, that makes sense. But why didn't we actually just, like, steal the other word as well? That's what I mean, though. Is when you get, like... But I was trying to look for recipes. And they were like, oh, yeah, add it as paprika to taste, right? And, like, for spice, add as, like... The bell peppers are not... Oh, capsicum. Because chili peppers are a thing. We just don't have bell peppers. They're called capsicums. So we have a chili pepper and capsicum. It's not... So we took the word... It's not like we don't have the word pepper. Chilies and chili peppers are a thing. And then it's capsicum. Or capsicum. It's an M, but my brain just goes in. It's fucking... That's probably the Oz slang coming in, where it's just like, I'm gonna shorten the fuck out of this. I'm not saying that whole ass word. You put it, like I said, if you want the letter R at something at the end, I'm sorry, but you're not getting it because it's gonna be car. Get in the car. There is no car. Car. You get car. Water. There is no R. There is no R in that word. Yeah, it's basically capsicum. It's capsicum. Capsicum. But it's like capsicum. That's just... But I guess that's kind of the thing is Brisbane. That one confuses me as well because I look at it, right? And I look at the word. And I'm like, how did I get bin out of bane? Like, if you take the Briz out of it, it's Bane. It's a Batman. But if you put Briz in front of it, it's Bin. I don't think I don't think the language works like that. I don't think the language works like that. But it's Brisbane. It's not Brisbane. It's Brisbane. So I feel like capsicum's one of those ones where it's like, it's not capsicum, it's capsicum. Where'd the cum go? I don't know. I don't know, man. To Brisbane. I as a Brisbane. I don't understand. There's too many different. There's too many's. There's too many's. There's too many's. I already have enough trouble, like talking and pronouncing shit as it is. There's too much shit. No, it doesn't. It's literally just parading. Literally, language is just copying from each other and holding it together with duct tape, and praying it doesn't fall apart, and also just like, just to confuse everybody, because we have the word pepper. We have the word pepper. Chili peppers are a fucking thing. We usually just call them chilies, but they're still like, I still know it as a chili pepper. So why the fuck don't we have bell pepper? What? How? We took the word chili pepper. Why couldn't we take bell pepper as well? You couldn't just take both for ease of sake. You couldn't take both just for the ease of it. I think there was another one. I think it might have been this one. Because I was trying to... Yeah! You guys, I got so confused. I was like, what the fuck is a summer squash? That's why couldn't we be one of them? Because it confuses the fuck out of me, and then I have to Google what the fuck something is. Tell me what a green summer squash is. What is summer squash? It confused the fuck out of me so much, man. I had no idea. I was like, what the fuck is this? I would watch recipes and they'd be like, a summer squash, and I'm like, sir, that is a zucchini. That's a zucchini. What the fuck do you mean that's a squash? That's a zucchini. We do have squash. Squash is a thing as well. But that's not a summer, that's just a zucchini. Yeah, usually chili is just chili. Usually here, like again, I like if you say chili pepper, I'll know what you mean. And now I know what you mean if you say bell pepper. But it used to confuse me because that's not a word I was familiar with. Because I'm familiar, like a chili pepper is familiar. And chilies, I know what a chili is. And a chili pepper is literally just chili, but with the word pepper on the end. But what is a bell? You know what I mean? A bell pepper is a capsicum. And a summer squash or a courgette, as you know, and other, like, is a zucchini. I used, again, another one where I was like, I thought those were different plants. That, like, again, that makes sense. But when, like I said, most things are just labeled as chili. And like, like I said, we also don't really have that mix. Because I was trying to make a burrito powder. I was trying to make like a taco seasoning. Like a Mexican seasoning. And it was like, oh, you'll want to buy this. And like, you know, you'll want to adjust it for this or buy this. And then it had a disclaimer. And this is when I realized, because I didn't even realize it. It was when I was looking at a different recipe where it was like, just know that in some places, paprika does not include this. And it only has this. And you'll have to buy that separately. Because I used to get confused. I was like, what do you mean paprika makes things spicy, bitch? What are you, weak? Your bloodline. It's pathetic. You're telling me that the notoriously not fucking spicy at all and it is in fact sweet, you could eat it like an apple bell pepper? Like capsicum. I say bell pepper because my brain said it so much and my brain is just like fried now. Because I'm trying to stay on term with the word pepper now. Fuck me. But it's like, You're trying to tell me that they're notoriously sweet and I can eat it like an apple, capsicum, or spicy. You're telling me that the fucking shit I can slice up and eat with my fucking French onion dip or my tzatziki. I love tzatziki so much, dude. Tzatziki's goated. Tzatziki's absolutely goated. Tzatziki's god. Tzatziki is a god tier dip. Because not only is it excellent as a dip, that shit is banger on sandwiches. I love tzatziki so much. Some paprika powder isn't spicy either. All paprika powder isn't spicy. What do you mean the spicy paprika powder? That's what's fucking with me. There is no such thing as spicy paprika. Spicy paprika is not a fucking thing. It's not. It's not a thing. You have paprika and you have chili powder. That's it. There's no chili powder in paprika. You have sweet paprika and smoked paprika. I don't know what the difference is. That's what I mean. Apparently it does, but not here. And that's what confused me, because I would look at a recipe online and it would say like, but use some paprika powder for spice. And I'm like, smoked paprika powder usually has chili in it. Not here. That's completely different. I'll go prove it. I have paprika. I love the ingredient list. I have paprika. Paprika. Ground. Ingredients. Paprika. That's it. Also, can I just say, as a country, as a labeling, I understand why I'm confused as well, right? Because no, if you actually grab the vegetable itself, then it's capsicum. 100% capsicum. Like, it's never called anything else capsicum. Except when it's called paprika, and then it's only called paprika. It's not like ground paprika, like, ground paprika. Capsicum. That would make sense. I'm like, oh, ground paprika, it's powdered capsicum. No! What the fuck is a paprika? I only know what a capsicum is. The fuck is this? What are you stealing from? Just steal from the same fucking place so that I understand what the fuck everything is. At least just say put on there what it is. Not just be like, yeah, paprika is paprika, but what is it? What's it made of? The paprika is made out of paprika, but what is the paprika made out of? What's a paprika? I know now that it's capsicum, but like before. And that's the cheapest one too. That's literally the cheapest home brand, store brand. It's like Woolies brand. It has one ingredient, paprika. That's it. But it's like, yeah, paprika is paprika, but what the fuck is a paprika? Like, it's literally, I would understand if, like, in the ingredients, it said capsicum. If in the ingredients, it said capsicum, then I would go, okay, capsicum is, but capsicum is never, like, the vegetable itself is never called paprika until it's powdered, and then it is, and it's only called paprika. I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, I get it. It's simple. It's really easy to understand once you know that they're all the same thing. But at the same time, I feel like in a place where, look, if you ever go through Aussie dash cams, the amount of people who drive on the wrong side of the road is astonishing. And the amount of people who refuse to acknowledge that they're on the wrong side of the road and want you to back up is bewildering. And you want people that do not even know what the left and right side of the road is to know the difference between a capsicum and paprika. Like, that is what we're dealing with here. You want people who cannot follow the flow of traffic to know what a capsicum and what a paprika is and know that they're the same thing. I think we're just asking too much of the population. I think we're expecting too much of people. I think we are overestimating the average intelligence. That's all I'm saying. It's an easy Google, but at the same time, I just like, paprika powder is a spice, like onion powder should ideally only contain the, yeah, I think our onion powder only contains one. Let me have a look. also love when brands acknowledge that you're buying this because you're lazy. Because the amount of times when it's like 1 clove of garlic and it's like, okay, bud, you may have the patience to peel and dice and mince a bunch of garlic. Because sometimes that shit's like 4 cloves and it's like, if you want yummy food, if you want good food, that shit's like 8 fucking cloves, right? That's when it's good. When it is so much garlic, you become like stinky breath SpongeBob. But you got me, you have got me confused with somebody else. If you think that I am about to sit there and peel and slice, because I don't have a garlic mincer either, so I have to do that shit by hand. If you think I'm about to dice up and like by hand 8 cloves of garlic, you are incorrect. You have got me mistaken with somebody else. Yeah, it's like, just give me the fucking garlic. Just give me a gar of pre-minced garlic. Or if you can't give it to me minced, I'll use a powder. It's like, look, I am not a restaurant. I am going to put this and I'm going to shit it out later. This is, you know, this is my alternative to buying like a nasty microwave meal. Okay? We are elevating by, like, barely. We are going from this came out of a microwave box to I actually put some ingredients together. So it's perfectly, I am not about to be like, no, you need to use fresh garlic. If it's powdered or jarred, it's fine. I don't give a fuck. It's also 5 times easier because I don't have to dice 5 fucking cloves. I grab a jar, I ask my partner to open it, and then and I throw it a hearty spoon. Also, if it's 5 times less flavorful, what it's called is you grab a big spoon. Fuck you. If it's like, oh, like, you know, if the recipe is like, yeah, you know, about it would be like about a teaspoon worth, a tablespoon. Just multiply. Measure with your heart. If it doesn't, I feel like if you can't smell the garlic in the air, add a bit more. Because worst case scenario, your shit ends up tasting a little garlicky. Motherfucker, and it's like that thing of like, and that's a downside. I wanted it to taste like garlic because I'm putting garlic in it. Why would it tasting like garlic be a problem? I'm putting the garlic in there. Literally everything I've seen online and learning through recipes and trying to learn to cook. You're not salting it enough. And you're too healthy. It's like, it's literally like, just don't be afraid to salt your shit. And unfortunately for your arteries, fat is flavor. A good fat is tasty as fuck. There is, like, disgustingly the amount of recipes where the moment you step away and you're like, okay, I don't want a healthy weeknight, like, you know, to grab anything, right? And it's like, I don't want a healthy weeknight meal. Tell me how to actually make a decent butter. And it's like, yeah, so just fucking double that shit. And it's like, and then, you know what? It tastes twice as fucking good. I tried a different butter recipe and it had double the fucking amount. And you know what? It tasted heavenly. The best fucking gravy. I think I said the wrong words there, but I was making a gravy. Did I say I was making a gravy? Anyway, I was making a gravy. I'd made like a chicken. I chucked a fucking pre-marinated chicken in the fucking oven. And then I grabbed the juices and I poured it into a pot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try a different recipe because the other one tastes like it just tastes not as good. And the big difference, twice the amount of butter. I could have drank that shit. I could have swam in that shit. I would be like, you know that fucking, the videos of the cats and the animals, or the cow that like drinks out of the bucket of milk and it's like snorting out the milk from its nostrils because it's that deep in there? That was me. It was so good. But I can't do it again because I know that's the worst thing about cooking for yourself. Same with baking, right? You buy premixes and they're like, yeah, chuck a tablespoon of butter in there. And then you look at a recipe from scratch and it's like, so you want to add, I shit you not, half a cup of oil. The best fucking cupcakes I've ever eaten in my entire fucking life. They are so moist. They're not dry the next day. They are delicious. Every time I've made them and I've taken them to like a Christmas or a birthday or anywhere, anytime I've ever offered anyone one of these cupcakes, they're gone. But in the back of my mind, I know I measured out and I poured a half a cup of oil into these fucking cupcakes. They don't taste oily, but the amount of oil, it's straight up diabolical. I feel like I'm serving up Biohazard. It's a delicious fucking Biohazard. But I feel like I need to disclaim, like, hey, just so you know. And then I think about, and I stop myself because I'm like, let them eat it. Let them eat it without knowing that they just ate a fuck ton of fucking oil. Let them enjoy the moist cupcake like you can't, because you're going to eat it and then feel bad because you're like, there's so much oil in that. There's so much oil. And buttercream. Oh man, I'm one of those motherfuckers that actually likes buttercream. I love sweet icing and I love buttercream. And then you make it, and I know it is like, it's in the fucking name. But there is something disgusting about putting that much butter with that much sugar and knowing exactly what it is. Like, I know what it is. But seeing the quantities make it, it's like, oh god, I can't eat this without knowing how much I just ate. And that's fucking delicious, dude. That's the difference. That's the big difference. Is how unhealthy are you willing to be? Because you can make some bloody good fucking food. Vampires came up with a myth about being weak to garlic. Garlic inhibits platelet activity, making your blood harder to clot, so eating garlic simply makes it easy. Oh, so what you're saying is I should eat lots of garlic because then when I sit down, I won't get blood clots in my legs. Excellent. I'm gonna eat so much fucking garlic, I'll be unstoppable. I'm gonna have the smoothest bloodstream. My blood is gonna, I'm going to go and get blood tests, and they're gonna be like, damn, that's the smoothest blood I've ever fucking seen in my life. Thanks, I eat a lot of garlic. And then I'll breathe, and then they'll know just how much garlic I eat. But I would be a delicious Capri Sun. I love garlic. Garlic is so good. Like, even most pre-made foods, right? If you just add a bit of garlic, if it's like a jar sauce, right? Add more garlic. They don't add enough. You can use a jar sauce as a good base and make it elevate it just by adding more of the shit that you know they didn't add. You grab a spaghetti sauce and you know damn well it says red wine on it. No the fuck you ain't. You drove past a winery on the way to deliver it. That's all you fucking did. So I'm going to add a spoonful of garlic and a healthy glug of wine, and I'm gonna make it actually garlic and red wine spaghetti sauce. Okay? I'm gonna do it my fucking self if you can't. Because they have, I don't know, but there's something about whatever preservative they put in there that I don't have. I also have MSG. I have MSG on my counter. Dude, it's the secret ingredient to delicious fucking beef and broccoli and stir fries and everything like that. You add a little bit of that and it's like, oh wow, okay, that's pretty tasty. That's pretty damn tasty. That's pretty okay. That's pretty tasty. Garlic bread in your life? I love garlic bread. Dude, like again, it's one of those things where we all have those foods where we're like, this is actively taking years off of my life. But my guilty pleasure is I mix garlic and butter, and I make, like, you know, I make a little garlic butter. I mix garlic, butter, and a little bit of herbies together, and I spread that shit on bread. On the inside. And then I put ham and cheese, and I toast it. I've just made a garlic bread ham and cheese toasty. Is this healthy? God fucking no. It is greasy. It is drippy. It is taking away from actively lowering my health bar. But by fucking God, is there's something beautiful in its disgustingness. There is something beautiful about the disgustingness of just. It's what I like, essentially. Actual idiots, I'm sorry. I feel like there's a lot of things though where I feel like it's different, like, upbringings. Like, I was brought up to, and even then, I expect everybody to fact check everything I say, and I try to make sure if I'm just saying something, that I Google it. Like, I was double checking with summer squash versus zucchini, because I could have sworn that zucchini was called something else, but I Googled it first. Right? And it's so easy, because when I was born in a time where if I want to check something, I pull out my phone and I check it. And so it's a muscle reflex to me to Google stuff. To be like, before I open my mouth, is what I'm saying correct to the best of my beliefs? And it's like, I feel like with that, it's so much easier to realize just how many things carry racist tones and things like that. Because if you just read headlines and you think nothing else of it, one of my favorite headlines I read today was not today, it was like a few days ago. I can't remember what exactly it was about. I think it was some budgetary thing. But it was the same headline, word for word basically, from two different places. One said, government's gonna spend money. The other said, government's gonna spend taxpayer money. And you know damn well, the only reason why they put the word taxpayer in there is because that gets people riled up. Because they're like, my tax money getting spent on? And it's like, my brother, like, it is no fucking difference than like, in actual practice, no fucking different than the other title. The government spending money. Where do you think it came from? Let's just be, like, if the government's gonna spend money, like, just use your 2 brain cells and make a spark. I swear, please. If the government is gonna spend money, where do you think they get money? Like, pretty much all of it's taxpayer money. Well, we don't need the word there except for it makes people angry. They're like, my money? Every fucking thing is. That's the point. I don't know it, but that one annoyed me. Where it's like, this is literally... they just, like, the government consults the magical unicorn anus of gold. They're like, oh, please, magic butthole of wealth, shit me out a rainbow. And then they get, that's where they spend the money from. That's where they get money. I don't know, it's still just that thing of, like, anyway, yeah, that was just one of those things where I was like, I was taught media bias in high school. So I'm sure that I feel like maybe it wasn't taught at some points, but I double check everything basically. I read a bunch of different headlines and I basically go, which ones are the common words? And so essentially from these 2 headlines, the government's gonna spend money on something. That's all there is to it. It's the same fucking money. Just one of them's trying to make you upset about it. Remove it from foods and increase sodium levels in kids to compensate because some idiot Karen read Yahoo News. It's so like... But it's like, that's what I mean. It's just like, it just... like I said, I was raised where it's like, oh, this is bad. And it's like, okay, well, I should probably, before I just form my opinion on one news article, I should Google what this actually is. Where did they get this information? Why would they want me to know this information? What is the purpose? Right? With every article, are they trying to get me to buy into something? Are they trying to get me to be outraged at something or someone? Are they trying to actually fucking inform me, which is rare? But it's like, what is the point? What is the point? Who is their audience? Are they using emotive words And why might they use those words? And if this is a topic with something with, and I can Google, right? If it's just like MSG is bad. Okay, well, what is MSG? I don't know what MSG is. I will go Google what MSG is. And I can find a definition exactly of what it is, what it's found in, because I reckon, like I said, I bet that it's one of those things where it's just, if you didn't have Google, you probably didn't think, well, I should go to the library and go to an encyclopedia and look up what this is. It wasn't as easy, so you would trust the news and you would trust those around you, right? That's what you were raised to do. That's what you had to do unless you wanted to go and spend the time to inform yourself. There was ways to, but that was more effort, whereas today it's so fucking easy. You Google it, and it's like, MSG isn't a tomato, you fucking dipshit. Can you eat a tomato? Do you eat tomatoes? Do you like tomatoes? Yeah? Then you're eating MSG. You are eating MSG. Like, if I even go near MSG, because it's the type of people where they're not like, oh, it's a large quantity. They're like, oh, if I even so much as go near, if I walk past it at like a shop, then I get a headache. And it's like, can you eat tomatoes? I bet you eat spaghetti, you dumb fuck. But it's like, again, like I said, I was raised to just Google everything. Is bad for you. Like, all right, sure, pound for pound substitution for sugar is going to kill you, but several hundred times sweeter than sugar, so you should be comparing. Yeah, that's what I mean. You should be Google. What are the actual, like, literally Google it, and then even then with each Google source, you have to think about even scientific-y ones. Who paid for it? Because if there is a study and it's paid for by someone who would benefit from presenting the facts in a certain way, then that's something to consider, right? Like, if there is a study and it says something and it's emphasizing one thing in particular, and like I said, it's paid for a party that would benefit from you focusing on this one thing, maybe go and double check a different study. Maybe. Like, and if there is no other study, then definitely take that with a grain of salt, because like, it's clear, they could be wrong because you don't have so many, like, I don't know, it's just that thing of like, the internet is filled with things, and when we read things, and also know when it's time to do that. Like, if it's just like a dumb drama and it's like, for example, if I see like a headline to do with like a drama thing and it does not affect me at all, I'm just gonna take it at face value and I'm getting like, huh. But if I'm going to take an opinion on it, if I want to make a post or an opinion, I should inform myself. It's knowing when. You know, don't fall into a spiral of everything, because that's just as dangerous. I should reiterate as well, because I've been guilty of that as well. Where it's like, if you just focus on one thing and then you like, everything has to be correct. It's knowing when it's okay if that's if that's incorrect. Knowing when it's okay. Not paid for by somebody who would benefit from it because it was yeah, it's like, are you leaving anything out or are you underemphasizing? Like, are you writing, like, if it's like a sugar thing, right? Say you've, like, let's use the sweetener as an example. If it's like a sweetener and it's like a paper on how sweetener is actually really, really bad for you, and then you look at it and it's paid for by a sugar company. And a sugar company researched the sweetener company, right? Then, and there's like one sentence where they mention that, you know, you need to carefully consider the quantities of each substance used. And then a paragraph about how it's worse, then that was not written in good faith. You know, it's not good faith. It's written to convince you of something, not to purely inform you. It's meant to make your opinion for you, not let you form your own. And alternatively, if you read one and it's like, it does the opposite, but it's paid for by a sweetener company, then you should also, just the same, take that one and be like, well, I should look for one that wasn't paid but from either. Is there one and it was paid for by like a health institution or like a government body or a complete third party who does not benefit one way or another from whether sweetener's better or not, right? And it's very important to do that. I will always say that. Because otherwise, that's how fear tactics win. That's how people become very, very scared. Afraid of MSG and artificial sweeteners. And because again, it's not in good faith. I feel like I watched one thing, because I was trying to, I'm 25, I'm ancient, right? I'm old, my bones creak, my shit's dead. I'm fucking dying. I should probably, I don't think I can get by on an energy drink and a sandwich anymore, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like they don't, and then it doesn't benefit them either. Like, unfortunately, you have to realize that it doesn't benefit them. And then, unfortunately, what's the consequence if they don't? You play dumb, you go, oh, well, we didn't know. We didn't know, and we know now, and we'll fix it now. And like, oh, we'll pay a little fine that, you know, doesn't really put a dent in the profit we made from not looking into this any further. So it's like, yeah, basically it's like, it's not a good faith argument, you know? Like I said, it's not done in good faith. Also, howdy, master. Yeah, we're being those, here's a daily dad joke. Do you know that the band 1023 megabytes? They haven't had a gig yet. I get that. I always get they're confused between megabytes and bits though. I know like that there's differences, but my brain's like, which one's which? And then it's like, one's a byte and one's a bit. And then it's like, I don't know which one's meant to be bigger or smaller. I don't know, is a byte bigger than a bit? Because it's like, is it a big byte and a little bit? Or a little byte and a big bit? I don't know, man. I get confused. I forget my own reminders. But I was trying to get healthier, right? Because, like I said, I'm 25. I think my body is now like, hang on. It's like, hold up. Wait a minute. Maybe you should eat a vegetable every now and then. Right? I don't think I can get by on just like microwave meals and energy drinks. I don't think that's the healthiest thing. I should I should probably look at what I can actually actively change in my diet that might make me feel better. Because I can't just get away with what I'm doing now. I don't have to change everything, but can I add, can I do something? For example, if I'm going to eat a food, can I just add veggies? Can I just put some veggies in there? Right? Can I reduce one thing to add another? Can I put less fat in it? Less, you know... If it's already something I like, can I just change it up so it's at least slightly healthier? Right? Because that's easier than changing your whole fucking diet overnight. That it's hard enough to find stuff that I like eating and that, I actually make. Gamer subs ad here. But... I wanted to get Gamer subs though, only because I wanted to use it to bridge. Because I have, a lot of... I really like carbonated drinks. But I know that they're not fantastic for my health. And so I want to eventually step away from carbonated drinks. And so it's like... But I still crave flavor. Every time I have water, I'm like, man, I wish this was flavored. But I don't want, I've tried cordial. And it's alright. But there's times where it's like, I don't want fruit. I want something that, my brain does not want the fruit right now. I want to taste whatever the fuck a Mountain Dew is made out of. You know what I mean? That doesn't taste like an apple. That doesn't taste like raspberry. It tastes like unhealthy, but that's what I'm after. But it's like, I wanted to get something so that when instead of an energy, maybe an energy drink, but soft drinks. I wanted to get something that wasn't caffeinated. Because a lot of soft drinks have caffeine in them. At least the ones that I like have caffeine in them. And so it's like, well, if I can get something that isn't caffeinated and is a yummy flavor, then that's worth trying. And I'm scared of diet drops because they're so they're usually laxatively. I felt so they don't spoil that fast, so I keep them. Dude, I've been doing that. I've stopped doing winter because I wasn't having as much sandwiches because I wanted things that were warm. But during like summer, I bought like little tubs of tzatziki, and I would have tzatziki and ham and spinach, and I would put pickled carrot and pickled red onions and sometimes cucumber. But most of the time I was too lazy and I didn't need it because I was having tzatziki and there's like little bits in the tzatziki, so I was happy enough with that. It's like that's enough for me. So I would have like, yeah, pickled red onion and spinach and carrot and maybe even capsicum if I had some of that. And I would have all of that on like on a sandwich or a wrap because I prefer wrap format to sandwiches. Wraps are just a bit easier for me to eat. For some reason, my brain enjoys them more. I like the taste of wraps more than I like the taste of bread, if that makes sense. I know one's not better than the other unless you're specifically going for one that's better than the other, but I like wraps more than I like bread. And so I make wraps and then I'll have like half and then I'll put it in the fridge. Not much, mate. What's going on with you? Is that what it is? What's going on with you? Is that what we're getting at? Yeah. And then I feel like wraps, when I put if I put half a wrap in the fridge, it stays fine. It's fine. It might dry out a little bit, but I can eat it a few hours later and it's fine. If I put a sandwich in the bread, I don't know if it's just me and the way that I package fucking bread, but if I put, no matter what I fucking do with it, I put half a sandwich in the fridge and then I go to grab it out a few hours later because I'll have like half at breakfast, half at lunch, and the bread's fucking nasty and stale compared to like before. Whereas the wrap's like relatively the same. And I was like, what is it about my fucking me and putting bread in the fridge that makes it just go nah? Because it doesn't matter how much I wrap it or try to like make sure that it's airtight. It just dries the fuck out. But a wrap, I just wrap it and it's like, nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'll be here when you want me. You can go back later. It's like, what the fuck, man? Also, for unhealthy purposes, putting butter in a pan and putting cheese and ham on a wrap and toasting it so that the wrap bit goes all crispy is god tier as well. That's just like, and so it gets all those, like, all the bubbles go all crispy and crunchy and it goes all flaky. Oh, it's pretty good. That's pretty fucking baller. It's pretty nifty. That's pretty good. That's what I'm a big fan of toasted foods because they let me eat like it's simple, but it's still warm. It's not like I had to spend a lot of time cooking it. And it's so good.
017 asked me, why bread goes stale but wrap fine in fridge? Ooh,
because
yeah,
it's a piece of fucking
bread
shit.
Goes stale because it loses
bread go
moisture,
asshole. Bread is
soft
asshole.
Bread into
That's
a
why.
Rock. But when you
it
wrap
is.
it up
I could
tight
kill
and
someone
throw
with
it
it
in the fridge, you're holding on to that moisture, keeping it fresh.
It's not fresh. It's old.
It's all about creating a barrier. So
I can't create a barrier.
Doesn't dry out like a champ.
It doesn't want to have a barrier. It wants to be sad.
Don't keep it too long, or the fridge can make it funky. Keep it wrapped. Keep it fresh. And unleash that deliciousness when you're ready. My parents should have kept it wrapped. Dig it!
My parents should have kept it wrapped. That's what I think. That's my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Anyway. All that aside. I was like, yeah, I don't know. It should keep... But you know, it doesn't matter how much I try to like make sure that it's not. Why didn't I just rotate this? Why am I trying to do this by eyeballing it? Why am I just eyeballing it? Usually I just take this one and then I rotate it and then I adjust it after I rotate it because at least rotating it gets it 90% of the way there. I do what they would. But like, like now I have to deal like if they had of, right? If they had of, in theory, I would not be dealing with bread that goes crusty in the fridge. Like let's like that's just something I would not have to deal with. You know? Like I feel like that's worth noting. I feel like that, you know? I don't know where this all goes. I'm just fucking... I fucked it up! No! Why is it so fucked? I'm undoing everything I just did. What do you think? What do you think? Okay, I hate that fucking sentence so much. I appreciate the sentiment that the sentence is trying to convey. But the sentence itself was crafted in the deepest layer of hell. You know, that those words together were crafted... Yeah. I get the sentiment that the words are trying to convey. But like... You know? Just move shit around. You know, for a scuff model like this, I probably didn't even need to fucking fix it up all that much. If it's only scuff, I probably could just basically take each piece of hair, rotate it, so it's vaguely in the right spot, and then just call it there. Like, I probably didn't need to do any of this. Because if it's just a... Like I said, I'm doing all this effort just for people to come in and be like, what the fuck is that? Why are you a hot dog? Happy we go with this. Okay, well, I'm thankful. I'm thankful because if that's the good ending, I don't even want to know what the other dialogue options were. If that was the good dialogue option, I don't even want to fucking know. I don't want to know what fucking words exist in your lexicon. Because that's cursed as fuck. I say some weird shit sometimes. Most of the times, I'm actually quite normal. Most of the time, I'm actually quite normal. And I'm very eloquent. We could use the word eloquent to describe me. I feel like ladylike. I feel like I could be described like a lady. But I feel it's the word Twinkie. Okay, well that's okay. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, that's, you know. Yeah, let's go with the original, and we'll call it there. You know, I feel like that's good enough. I feel like that brings across the level of discomfort I think you were aiming for. Because I hope you were aiming for discomfort. Because if you were saying those words and you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like motivational and inspirational, you might need a dictionary to look up what those words are. But if you were going for discomfort, you've nailed it. Do you know what's a really like cursed little thing? Not cursed. Cursed isn't right. But to me, it's cursed. In the sense of, God fucking damn it, no I don't. I want to pick up another hobby. Again. God damn it, it sucks. I need to stop doing everything. I need to stop everything. Because every time I do anything, I come out of it. My ADHD, neuro, spicy fucking asshole cannot handle anything. Because... all I do is I'm like, oh, I'll just read a fucking, I'll put Creepcast in the background. Because it's good listening. On the other monitor while I'm doing stuff like art and this. And now my stupid fucking asshole is back in my old teen ways. Because I used to love creepypastas when I was a teenager. And now I'm like, man, I kind of want to write something like that. I reckon I could write a really shitty story like that. And it's like, no, you can't. No, you cannot. Do not fucking think of it. Also, thank you, Roxanne, for the follow. Welcome in. Also, it's can't, but it's like my brain was like, can't say that because like, I don't know why. Whenever after I watch media for a little bit and it's not Australian words sound so incorrect. You know what I mean? Like, if you watch something and it's like, because I would watch TV and a lot of shows would be like American, and so I just keep saying can't, and because can't doesn't sound right anymore because if I'm not talking to people a lot and I'm just hanging out by myself for the most part and watching shows, then I start to think that's what things sound like, and it's like, no, that's not correct technically. It is. Both are fine. There is nothing wrong with either way. You can say can't or you can say can't. It does not make a difference. People will understand what you're saying. It's fine. If people understand what you're saying, that's fine. That's why I've never understood, like, making fun of the way people pronounce certain words. It's like, did you get what they said? Did you know what they said? Unless you were so confused at what they said and had to ask them to repeat themselves 500 times and you understood what they said, let it be. Unless they're asking you like, hey, is it pronounced like that? Just leave it alone. You understood what they said. That's all that needs to be. You do not need to go any further with that. Unless they ask for corrections, leave it alone. But it's like, dude, this fucking piece of hair. You know what? It's fine if it does that. No, it's not fine if it does that. It's making me sad. It's giving me depression. This piece of hair is making me depressed. Ugh! The hair of fucking sadness and despair, I swear to fuck. Anyway, we're good. I'm good now. Don't worry, I got it out of my system. We're good. Weird, I'm not weird. I'm chill. What are we talking about? I'm chill. I'm very chill, very relaxing, very chill vibes here. Very normal and very chill. That's what everyone says when they drop in. Everyone's like, wow, this is so normal and so chill. This is so very normal and chill. This is such a normal and chill spot to chill. Right? That's what everyone says. That's what they say about here. Or what the fuck is wrong with you? Those are the other ones. Or what did you say? To which it's like, man, I don't even know. We've gone past that. I don't know what I said anymore. You're going to have to repeat it for me because I say shit and then I don't know what I said. I say it and it leaves my brain. If it's out of my mouth, I'm not thinking about that anymore. It's left the brain space. It doesn't exist to me. So technically, every time I say I never said that, I'm not lying. That is the truth. Because to me, I never said that. Because I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that, so therefore I never said that. I feel like that's better. Does that feel better? Yeah, that feels better. That feels better. That feels about right. Maybe. I want to kick it. I want to commit acts of violence to this chibi. I want to commit acts of violence to my creations. They annoy me. They piss me off. Their existence is my burden. And yet their existence is my doing. Why do I do that? I don't know. I should not. I should consider just fucking not. Again, every now and then, I think it would be easier if I was not a VTuber in the sense of just go live. Just, you know, press go live. Done. Nothing more to it than that, right? There is no more to it than that. You press go live and that's it. Besides, like, you know, being presentable. But even then, that's optional. That's optional. You know, as long as you're wearing pants, and you're up to the dress code, that's fine. You're doing you're like 99% of the way there. But then I remember when I was a face cam streamer, and it's just like, you learn very quickly that people on the internet give their opinions, whether you ask for them or not. And it's just like, look, that's just a very weird thing to say. And I'm kind of weirded out that you said that, especially since you didn't need to. Like, it's just that thing of like, you could have just existed and said nothing and everything was fine. But why didn't you do that? Why did you go the extra step? And it's just that, that's why I stopped being a face cam streamer, because it was like, I really don't want to deal with this. This does not bring me a sense of joy. So I'm going to not. And so here I am, forced to make creations. Because you can say whatever you want about the art, that's fine. Horrible. It was just one of those things where it was like, it's like you don't need to know. Like, I feel like, oddly enough, right? You know how there's the whole joke about, all VTubers are old men in the anime model. I feel like I have had less, like, and even then it was only like a couple of comments too. But I don't think I've had anyone make comments or be like, are you actually? Or like, you know, oh yeah, but like, what are you actually? Whereas when I used my face cam, I did get asked that. Like, that's me. And it's like, what, like, why does it matter? Because I no, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't blame them in the sense of it's like, all right, this is my copium in the sense of, because my brain's like, there's nothing wrong with being with any other way, but it's like, I'm feminine and I would like to present femininely, right? I like being girly. I hated being girly when I was little and I wanted to be a tomboy, but then as I grew up, I was like, wait, no, it's okay. I like that girly shit. I'm gonna put makeup on. So I was like, because when I was young, I was like, I'm not like other girls. I don't like makeup. And then I grew up and I was like, oh, I can like whatever the fuck I want. And it doesn't mean, like, no one gives a fuck. I can like makeup. It's fine. And so, but it kind of feels like shit when someone's like, wait, so are you like, what are you? And it's like, is that relevant? Or like, I still think the worst was when somebody thought I was underage and that made me uncomfortable. I don't know, it's just that thing of, it's like when someone was like joining in a lot and saying a lot of things where it's like, it's fine if you say that towards me and that it's not like it's actually an uncomfortable thing, but when you add the context of you thought I was a minor, that's kind of weird to fucking say if you thought I was not over 18. Because I was 20 and they were like, oh wait, I thought you were under 18. And it's like, then why are you talking to me? What the fuck? Like, that creeped me out a lot. And that was the big catalyst, was someone being like, oh wait, no, I thought you were under 18. And I was like, I don't want to stream no more, man. I think I'm done. I'm good, man. I think I'm a fucking sign out. I think I'm uninstall that shit. I'm closing OBS. I'm never opening that shit again. That gave me, like, again, it's just that thing of, it's like, and it's also, like, and then it's just, it's also just the thing of, like, tell me. Like, as cursed as it is to think, you could have just gone through your day, you could have just existed through your life, and we both could have been fine. In the sense of, you could have kept believing whatever the fuck you want to believe, even though that's kind of fucking creepy, but I wouldn't have known. But why did you tell on yourself like that? Anyway, and so now I'm an anime girl. And those people, like, no one, I don't know, like I said, I feel like I get less comments that make me uncomfortable. To go grab your DoorDash? Hell yeah. Gotta eat yummy foods. What are we yapping about? I was just bitching again. I was just saying why I stopped being a facecam streamer, because someone thought I was underage and it made me uncomfortable. Because it would say lots of things, and it's like a big one that came to mind would that's like one of those things where it's like it's not bad in the sense that it's like it's not inherently bad, but if I would not say that to somebody who was on, like, you know, I wouldn't like for example, they would say that I'm a firecracker, right? In the sense of that I'm like I'm outgoing and things like that, right? And that they would talk a lot in the chat and everything like that. And it's just one of those things where, again, it's nothing nefarious, but it's still just like, why? Like it's just that thing of I myself would not do that to someone who's not 18. Like I would not like interact with at all. You know what I mean? Like if I find someone's content and I like that content, but I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to actively interact with it in the sense of constantly talking in a chat or looking for like, you know, or anything like that, right? It's like I'm just going to, like, if I find a video or a YouTuber or whatever, I'm going to watch what they make and I'm going to at most be like, good video. Because it's just... But I'm not going to make any comments besides that because there's a power imbalance and it's just, they need to be with their own people. I am not their people. I am old. I am ancient. I am very old and ancient. And I'm pretty sure I'm still younger than they were. So it's like, I am old and ancient and I would not interact with anyone under the age of 18 that isn't family beyond like, good video. You know what I mean? It's just like you didn't have to say. You didn't have to tell me. You did not have to. Number one, you did not have to. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure I actually had it written there as well. But you did not have to say like, oh wait, I thought you were under 18. Because, and then this is where it's also that thing of like, if I was watching content for somebody and they were under 18, I would not actively go for their Discord. If I thought they were under 18. And like I said, that's when I decided, my instinct was, I'm uninstalling OBS. Fuck this shit. I don't want to be on the internet anymore. I like... like... There's all that, like, you know, all this stuff where it's like people making comments about appearances and everything like that is one thing. But that one creeped me out. That one was like, oh, that one left me feeling very gross. To the point where even now, 5 years later, that's what I remember most about using a face cam, was how uncomfortable I felt getting a comment that somebody thought I might be under 18. And that made me so uncomfortable. And that's the main thing I remember. And it's like, because like, maybe I got any compliments and things like that. I don't remember if I got any compliments saying that I was like pretty or anything like that. I remember the person who was creepy. And I was like, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna be an anime girl. That's easier. That's easier. What are they gonna do? Joke that I'm an old man? Sure, that's fine. I don't know if I've heard the story from Tenma. I know that that's not an uncommon experience, though. If, like, in general with people, like, even when you're young, people older than you, look, like, I think everybody has had that, like, oh, they were definitely should not have been trying to talk to me, kind of, like, stories. Or that they should, even though I'm not that old, the idea that they were trying to talk to me and they thought I was, is just creepy. And then there's the god-awful thought in the back of, like, again, there's nothing, like, technically nefarious, but I did tell them, like, I'm not underage. And then there's also that thing of, were they talking to anybody else? Because, like, so they ask her for a number and stuff. It's like, I understand, but I also feel like it's just also like, yeah, I wish I could tell people to piss off sometimes. I'm lucky enough now that I'm not like, yeah, see, that's so creepy. That's so fucking creepy. And then there's like that dreading feeling of like, with that kind of stuff, right? Technically, there's nothing that like, there's nothing that can be done, right? Technically, they didn't do anything wrong, but I feel like the like people should not be able to openly interact with everyone in their surroundings. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's like that's. I feel like you should have your internet access taken away, and you should not be allowed within like. It's just icky. It's just icky. And then there's also so many cases where I guess in my like, I feel like there's a difference between, for me, like what's legal and what it's still icky. You know what I mean? Like if I were to try and start dating someone who was 18, I would be disgusted in myself because I am 25. I'm a completely different fucking person. I thought I was grown up when I was like 12, but that's like, you know, I'm old enough now to know that I would have, like, I would think. I look at anybody who's like 20, I would literally like 23 and under. And you're like, you're a fucking child. Me last year is like a different person. And me the year before that, 100% a different person. God forbid you go back even 5 years. And then to go back and be like, well, technically, they already it's like, I don't know, man. All that tells me is that you're to be avoided. And that's like, technically, they may, like, it's that whole thing of it's so creepy. Because maybe it's like, the whole thing was like, technically, it's not even like a crime. It's not even a crime, but it feels like it should be. This, like... Bailiff Wagger's peepee! Wagger's peepee! Take it away! He can't be trusted with it! Take it off! Ugh, EOS. But anyway, like I said, anime girl is here. No one's going to... It's like, on one hand, as like, yes, I had to make the art, yes, I had to rig the art. And then, like, there's also, to a degree, an expectation of change. Like, if you're, like, a facecam streamer, no one's like, hey, you haven't updated your setup in, like, a year. Like, you're using, like, an old model. Like, you still look like you last year. But it's, like, in VTubing, like, that, it does feel like every now and then there's a pressure to update. Because new tech comes out, or models get better, or rigs get better. And it's like, there's this pressure to like, upgrade your art and upgrade your rig and start with something new, a new outfit, a summer outfit, you know, maybe an outfit that correlates with something that's going on. There's a pressure to do that. And it's fun to do, don't get me wrong. But it's like, I would take that over over any comment to do with my actual physical appearance. Because if people insult my art, I boo fucking who, dude? Boo fucking who? But if people insult me and my appearance, it's like, damn, dude, what do you want me to do about it? You want me to shed my fucking skin? You want me to peel it off or something? The fuck, what do you want me to do about it? People be like, yeah, you know? And it's like, what do you want me to do? My model looks fat today. Thank you. Thank you. It's gotta be, you know, fully fat thighs. Fully fat thighs. Thank you. I put a lot of effort. Apparently there was effort in making sure that the thighs wiggled a little bit. Apparently. Thank you. I prefer the term thick. If you're gonna call me dummy, you better pair it with thick. But it's like, no, it's so like, I feel like, again, there's just that realization of people are way too comfortable to just say whatever the fuck they want. And it's the internet. I don't think we should be able, like, I don't think it should be a case of, oh, you can't say anything at all ever. Like, but like, I don't know, I just think back to that and it's like, you did not have to tell me that you thought I was underage. Like, you did not. Like, you literally just did not. Because now, like that's what stuck with me. Was I was like, ewies. Ewie. You literally, like, you didn't have to say anything. At all. Make a back every week to reflect on the model if you gained weight or something. Dude, I would not, that would make me sad. For me, that would make me sad. Because my weight fluctuates. And it makes me feel miserable sometimes. And I know it's just me. But I'll weigh myself and I'll be like, yay, I've lost a little bit. I've been using the pedals. That's so good. And then I'll weigh myself the next day and it's like, I don't know where this came from. Where did this come from? And it's like, it's just like, I shit you not, there's some days where it's like literally a kilo of difference in days, especially around the time periods where things are fluctuating. It's just like, I'm just happily existing in my life, happy I might actually be losing myself, like losing weight. But like, and then the next day is like, actually, you've just like gained an entire kilo. And it's like, where? I usually weigh myself in the morning. After I go to the bathroom in the morning and I weigh myself before I get dressed. So that it's, and it's just sort of, and so that's when it's not like, oh, well, I'm wearing a different outfit and this one might be heavier. Or I'm wearing a thick jumper. I can't even blame it on that. It's just like, where'd that go? And then a few days later, it's gone again. And then it won't come back for a while. And I'll be losing weight again. And then all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, but like, here's that random kilo. And I was like, where? Where did it go? And why is it back? Why does it randomly just decide to go up like that? And so I'd have to constantly, and that's like one of those things where I know it's only a kilo, but god damn it, sometimes a number that's so little can be so fucking devastating. It's like, I know realistically, like that's not even a noticeable amount, right? Like, unless you're at such a weight where you would probably, like, be considered underweight, a kilo is not going to make a difference for me at my height and my weights that it would be considered healthy, right? Unless I go down to the lowest weights that would be considered healthy, then you wouldn't notice a kilo's difference. And to begin with, the fact that it disappears the next day means it's probably just, I don't know, fucking phantom or some shit. There's a ghost tipping its toes on the scale. I chalk it up to like water my body to like, maybe I used to be, that's what I mean. It's just like, I know this. I know that it might just be literally that I drank more. Or maybe I haven't pooped yet. Or maybe, like I said, especially around, there are times where I shit you not, especially around that time period, I'll feel like shit. So I'll like, just be like lazy. And I won't weigh myself for a few days. Because it's not good to weigh yourself daily anyway. And I won't weigh myself for a few days. And I'll be like, oh my god. It's gone up by nearly 3 fucking kilos? What the fuck? Where'd this come from? And then it's like, and then a week later, I'm like, and it's gone. It's just like, but it's like that thing where it's like, I hate seeing it while it's there because it's like, no, I'm trying to exercise and be healthier. You're not supposed to be here. Bully. I'm supposed to be working on this model. Holy shit. I don't think I've touched it for like an hour. I don't even want to look at the VOD. I don't even want to watch this back. It's gonna be me doing nothing for like several hours. I'm so bad, dude. I'm gonna finish this today. No, you fucking ain't. No, the fuck you ain't. You're gonna talk too much, and you're gonna get nothing done. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get nothing done. That's fine though. We got a little bit done, and I do feel like yapping and like did actually help me feel a little better in the sense of it's like I now don't feel as much like it's a bad in the sense of like I now don't feel as like I do not know what is going on here. I want this one moment. Okay. I've realized, like I said, just ranting and going like, I'm spending all of this time just for people to look at it and go, what the fuck is that? Helped me realize like, yeah, I do not need to spend that much time on this. Like, I do not need to try that hard. Because it really is going to be a case of people are going to look at it, go, what the fuck is that? I do not need to try that hard. I can go good enough. I very much can go good enough. It's going to be used for... again, that's also the thing is, I don't know how commonly I'm going to use it. It's like a really scuffed chibi model. I doubt that I will want to use it all that much. Because why would I want to use it when I have a model that I spent more time on? Like, it's just meant to be... It was meant to be a joke model that's used during... I want to use it during little goofy collabs next month. Because October's coming up. And so I want to play more games with friends. And I want to have... I want to make little goobers for my friends. And we can be goobers together. I want to turn my friends into goobers. I must gooberfy my friends. We're gonna be goofy goobers. Also, I can't spend that long on it because in the reality, it doesn't matter. Like, I can't imagine any of us are gonna use it all that frequently. It's just meant to be a cute little throwaway thing. But it's still so funny, the human... I feel like one sentence that changed a lot for me was literally just like, your feelings aren't facts. They're valid, but they're not facts. So if you feel like shit and fatty because you gained a kilo, just know, even if you feel like fatty, you are not fatty. It's fine. Like, your feelings are valid. You're allowed to feel like, oh my, this makes me feel feelings. Because you're allowed feelings. Sometimes though, don't feel too many. Otherwise you're only allowed a certain allowance of feelings. Don't go over your allowance. Dude, I feel like I feel grateful and like pissed that I feel feelings in the sense of like my partner will play horror games. And he will be unaffected. He won't be affected. He won't get scared. Or we'll watch like something sad and he'll be like, damn, that's sad. And then he'll be fine, right? I will watch something sad and I will hold on to that shit for weeks. I'm still sitting here, still thinking about Expedition 33. I blame that for why I kind of want to pick up painting for a little bit. I was like, man, I got so much other shit to do. I got shit to do. I can't pick up fucking another hobby. I don't want to pick up another hobby. I got shit to do. But you know, we are what we leave behind, you know? We are what we leave behind, and we should, you know? And maybe I should paint something so that when I'm not here, there's a piece of me left behind. And it's like, Jesus fuck. It's a video game. And then horror games, I get too immersed. It pisses me off. Because again, like I said, he doesn't get affected at all. He's fine. I will piss my fucking pants. I will fucking lose my shit. Because it's scary. It's a scary game. That's a scary game. And he's like, oh, is it? Stinky. Stinky. Because it sucks because you try to play games like Lethal Company and things like that, and it's just like, it's kind of less fun when the it isn't like no fun, just to clarify. But it's that thing of us like when you're the only one that's like panicking. It makes you feel like you're being a burden because it's like, ah, and they're like, oh, is it? It's like, listen here, little shit, you better scream or something because I'm starting to feel like I'm the annoying one. If you don't make a noise, then it means I'm the only one that's yelling. You better yell. You gotta scream, at least fake it. You have to fake it! Do they not know the art of faking it? They need to learn the art of faking it. Because I can't be the only one screaming here, you know? I feel like that lesson, you could take that, you know? And I feel like there's probably someone on the internet willing to help. Probably not with video games in mind for the art of faking it, but like you could still take those lessons. You could use even if you don't plan to sing, you can use vocal lessons. It'll help you with speech. If a vocal warm-up, even if it's for singing, will still help you, even if all you do is talk a lot. I don't do them, I know I should. I keep meaning to. Because I every time after stream, I start feeling like a sore throat. Because I yap too much. I've been told that it's a skill though. I've been told that I'm very good at it. And I'm gonna take that at face value. Because if I don't, then it will make me sad. And there is a time and a know not to make yourself. I'm going to lose it. We're good. I won't do this anymore. I just want to be over with. Why did I separate the hair into different pieces? I should have just been lazy and made it all one layer. It's chibi. You wouldn't have noticed. You would not have noticed. It's chibi and it's scuff. You're not gonna notice that the hair doesn't look as good. You're gonna look at it and you're gonna go, why hot dog? I did not need to put that many layers in. It was unnecessary. And now, all it means is that I have to now deal with all of these layers. You would have just looked at it and gone, hot dog! I could have made my life easier! But no! No, here I am! I'm gonna be up until fucking... Oh, I can't. I have to go to an appointment tomorrow that I forgot I had until I got a reminder for it. And then the worst part is that usually the appointment is a phone call and I forgot that they wanted the next appointment to be in person. So usually it's usually a phone call, and so I can sleep in literally until that time. And I can just wake up like literally 2 minutes before, answer the call, and then go back to sleep. But now I have to like wake up before the time so that I can get dressed. Because I have to go out in public now. Bullshit. Why did I let them talk me into it? I should have just said no. I should have said no. Nuh-uh. Not allowed. No. But apparently it was important that it was in person. I don't want to be in person. I want to be in bed. Fuck you mean? Just let me be in bed. What's wrong with me being in bed? Should've just let me stay in bed. I probably would have been more useful. Instead of making me wake up, I probably would have been less groggy. But no! It had to be a person! So now I can't stay up until like 6 o'clock doing this because I have to be up and actually dressed. This is so unfair! How dare I have to be a functioning member of society? I don't wanna. I want to be a dysfunctioning member. Let me be dysfunctional. I don't want to be functional. That doesn't sound fun. This piece of hair doesn't look right, and I'm going to lose it. I swear it looked okay, and then I touched it more and more, and now it looks worse and worse. And now I've fucked you. So it should be about here. Which means this should be a bit higher. Yes? Just pay people, man. Just pay people. If anyone ever wants advice on art and live 2D, make a budget and save and pay someone else, dude. Just pay someone else. Because paying someone else is probably cheaper than the therapy. Because no matter what I do, it always looks incorrect. Because where is that at the top? You know, it should not be that high up. I could have been playing Marvel Rivals. But no, I couldn't have been because I spilt soft drink in my mouse mat, and so I actually could not have played Marvel Rivals because I don't have a mouse mat and I don't want to play Marvel Rivals with no mouse mat. So on second thoughts, I could not have been playing Marvel Rivals. Fuck. Why did I do that? Why did I spill soft drink in my shit? Why did I think that was a good idea to do that? Who convinced me to spill soft drink in my mouse mat? Because that was really stupid. And it moves too far over that way, and then it doesn't look right. Because it doesn't look right. And if it doesn't look right, then it doesn't look right. Because then it doesn't look right. Why don't you look right? You're a chibi model. You meant to take me one day. You're taking me a week. I'll probably end stream soon. I'm still gonna keep working on this because this is my fucking... This is my hell. This is where I have been locked to. This is where I have been contained to. I feel like maybe if I just put these more out, it will feel more correct. Maybe this one further down, so that it makes it slightly more curvy and it makes it look slightly more... I don't like it, but we're gonna roll with it because... otherwise I have to keep editing everything. Does this look better? Not really. More this way. Fuck it, good enough. Because if I don't, oh my god, I just remembered. That's one side. I have to do the other. At least, like, as far as, like, the bit that goes here, I'm just going copying and pasting it. But I'm gonna keep working on this. Hopefully, I'll probably be live on Friday and Saturday this week because I'll be playing games with girlies on Friday. And then on Saturday, I don't know yet. That one I don't have plays for. It's usually when people are like, hey, I want to play a game with me, and it's like, oh, thank fuck, I don't have to decide what I'm doing. I hate picking. But I will probably head out for now, so that I can make sure that I don't know what I'm doing. I need to get this done. And if I stay here, I'm gonna keep yapping. I'm gonna yap forever. And I'm never gonna leave. And I'll be trapped forever. But we're going to raid. We're going to raid Tilly today. Bye-bye, discarded child! No matter where you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night! And thank you for the raid message! But yes, thank you again, everyone, for joining. Sorry it was a very lazy stream with just random ranting, actually. Just random intervals of ranting about Paprika. And creepy interactions. And don't get into art, but do if you want. But until next time, everybody, I hope that you all have a fantastic week. I will see you all on Friday. Make sure that you eat healthy and hydrate and take your meds. And until then, stay safe, everybody. And bye-bye.